Hello, and welcome to session number 13 of Outrunners, a Starscape actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. My name is Kimi. I am the GM and actual designer of this game. And we've got so many weird things in the fire in this weird space adventure that we're doing. It's amazing.
No one put me in the fire.
No, you don't. Fires on spaceships are really bad.
No.
To find all the sessions of this game, you can go to happyjacks.org/Starscape. And to find all of the shows and the games on the Happy Jacks RPG Network, you can go to happyjacks.org. All right. Well, why don't we go around the table and introduce our amazing players? Since you have put your wig and all on, Dave, why don't we start with you?
I seemed ready.
You did.
Hi, everybody. I'm CADave. I'll be playing Lawrence Benson, a guy that used to be a monster and is trying to be less monster and more guy.
Lawrence Alenier.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay,
I don't know about that
follow
one.
that up.
Everyone loved it.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Jay. I play Lieutenant Jonas P. Hurley. We both use he/him pronouns. Just navigating to get us to our next destination. To who knows what's gonna be there.
Hi, I'm Jason. I was just looking at the back of the wrong camera. My pronouns are he, him, and I definitely know what I'm doing. I'm playing Alistair Ward, a Pyronin scout/ranger using the warrior playbook, and everything's going great and fine because he's found his match.
Oh, sadly, he announced it to everyone before he announced it to his match. Hi, everybody. I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I'm back playing Rode Theolis, who is also a Pyronin, who may or may not be said match.
be
Who
awkward if
uses
not.
he, him pronouns, and is excited to go see Rocks.
Yay, rocks.
Yay, rocks.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sam. I'm playing Nolvath. I use she, they pronouns, and Nolvath is they, them. So we're playing the unfamiliar playbook, which is very normal. Your friendly neighborhood crab person defroster and walking chromatophore. Don't worry about it.
It's all good. It's fine. All right. So last time on Starscape, a lot of things happened. Both Lawrence and Nolvath started doing some research and taking apart one of the cruisers so that they could start to discover how they had jump technology in individual ships rather than jump gates, which is the norm for everyone else in the universe, as far as you know. You discovered that it's based on the technology of the ship that you have and like the whole people who did that, and really like not super great job on it. It has like 80% success rate, which I want to clarify. When they're doing jumping through the gate, it's not that 80% of the crew make it, it's that 80% of the ships make it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's not like your ship goes through and some people are missing. No. Your ship goes through or it doesn't go through, or who knows what happens.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
If they're missing, they might be in the walls, but quite literally in the walls.
Yeah. It's probably not great. And like they'd done such a shoddy job of it because they were using basically like two-dimensional blueprints because they were missing the aspects of the language that Nolvath had discovered, which were the chromatic and kind of like three-dimensional aspects of the language of this original alien race who made your ship that you claimed way a long time ago, 13 sessions ago.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah, squatters' rights. So you figured out how.
Interesting legal question. They were technically still here.
Yeah.
Can you do
But
that
not
to an
using
occupied residence?
Well, at least
If
it's
you're
not me,
privately,
because I
are
was
you an
going to
occupant?
sell it.
They're not actively occupying
Right.
it.
These are all wonderful questions that I would love to see.
It makes me wonder about squatters'
Camera.
rights on a graveyard. Similar logic.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, too, like Ernson, before they passed, which is another thing, the elder passed last session, I feel like you got permission, so I think you're okay.
No.
Yeah.
We're approved
It's a
now.
Yeah, you're
fascinating
approved
question.
now.
No longer a squatter.
We're gonna have to visit like a space attorney's office and ask about space law.
Now
Yeah.
we're more of a custodian.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Season 2.
you have the
legal
Anaran technology
ramifications.
with the blessing of the elder.
Yeah.
You also know that there's a lot more on board, and they've kind of tasked you before they passed away with, please try and get my people somewhere safe. So you have to have Tavrock, who's the only other one who's awake right now of the Anaran people that you know of. You also know that there are some other beings somewhere on the ship that were the prisoners of the Anarans. So the Anarans, when they left their planet, they took them with them because they don't believe it. They don't believe in the death penalty, so they took them with them. But so somewhere on the ship in cryosleep is definitely cryosleep. In cryosleep.
Ah!
Definitive down at the end of that word for definitive yes sleep. Are some we're not sure what they are. They're enemies.
Criminals?
Yeah,
Criminals?
yeah, criminals or some sort of enemy of the Anarans.
Come on. Isn't everyone who's fashionable a criminal on the ship?
It's okay. And we had some we had like a funeral kind of like remembrance like a feast coming together, like food produced by Lawrence, which was somewhat unexpected but also nice. And last session was also when you had the heart-to-hearts about serving, right? Or is that the session before that?
That was the session before. Right.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, because last
So
time
we
was
are
the
starting
cursing.
to repair.
Yes. Last section was the cursing.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So we are starting to repair some of those gaps that formed when both Jonas and Alistair kind of realized that Lawrence was like on the same planet serving the other side of the war. So that's kind of something that caused some space, and now we're starting to see those things heal. And then we had a lovely, touching kind of end to the last session while Alistair basically like said, okay, I'm all in. I am part of your crew. This is what I have to do. I believe you said that you had to resign your commission,
Yep.
which is a really big deal because
Yeah.
Alistair's basically been able to climb up from a lower position in Pyronan society due to their service and is a true believer in service, and then now has started to realize that there is some corruption or flaws or ideology or all of the above that conflicts with who he is.
Yep.
So, all right. Did I forget anything important?
I've switched to the Oathbreaker character sheet.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So
Proud of you.
yeah.
He's joking. There's no Oathbreaker. I really hope if there's an Oathbreaker, I need more caffeine right now because I don't remember that playbook. And I wrote the playbook. So, all right. That's actually a really cool name for one.
Yeah.
Okay. We'd stopped right before we made the jump. You were heading to a very industrial system. You'd looked at the the one thing I did forget. You'd collected all the data from the forum.
Oh yeah.
Jonas
yeah.
Logged on to
yeah.
the forum with the kind of conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
And they had given you some data, and you'd kind of triangulated. There were two major areas where there was absolutely no movement from the Phagenians. So it was like, that's so weird. There was like, one section that was like more like suburb land had a whole bunch of movement, which seemed super curious and like
Yeah.
didn't make any sense. And then there was one industrial area that had a lot of the minerals and things needed for the most common kinds of weaponry. And it had no Phygenian activity, which seems weird. It seems like that would be something that would really attract them. But there is a lot of Pyronan activity and ownership there. So whether there's Phygenian activity that's just not recorded, whether the Pyronans are very territorial and not letting them near that, we don't know. But you decided as a group that you were going to jump there. And then Lawrence, right before, told you, well, yeah, we use that suburb area as like a training ground for when we are learning to infiltrate, civilizations. This is one of the best places to train that because it's it's very easy to be caught because
Hate it.
the neighborhood watch is very no, but basically
We were also going there to get materials to do the ship upgrade.
Yes.
that's right.
Yeah,
So,
we
yeah.
can retrofit our ship with we don't need a jump gate tech.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Imagine the places we can go.
and this is Muha 2, right?
Yes.
Yes. However we end up pronouncing it, it's fine. So that's where we ended. We were just about to make that jump when we stopped last time.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and we're using the jump gates just to clarify for people who might just be tuning in. Our large ship, which is a generation ship, does not have jump capabilities yet.
Working on
Most
it.
ships
Working
don't.
on it.
No, yeah, none do, except for these weird Fijian ones that have probably been a top secret thing and probably should not be something that like they want people to know about.
Right. Yeah.
They also
I don't think they're advertising.
were-
Do jump gates in this setting, like, do we enter the gate and then we're in jump space for a period of time?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So there's like some transition time there.
So trip mechanics. Yeah.
Oh no, they're not in this one. I mean, I
We
guess
kind of
could try
did them
that.
before.
Yeah.
We sort of did. All right, we'll try it this
You were
time.
working on one.
I
Sorry.
we love
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I thought you had it like teed up. and
Oh
I
no,
was
it's okay. We
setting
can do
it
it.
for you.
I have it. So for the final version, each type of ship that you can choose from is going to have its own journey table.
Journey
So
table.
yeah, so it's there. So it's journey events. But we can give it a shot. Let's go for it. So yeah. Anyone want to do something before we enter the jump gate? Anybody want to jump gate? Anybody?
Starting the project of like, so I mentioned we had all this conversation and then it's a few hours to taxi over to the gate. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
We're
usually-
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that Alistair has literally pried the seal off of his rapier.
Oh.
And it's like it going in his pocket for now. But like
Ooh.
just said like at some point after we'd all had that big conversation and like probably in the middle of the night, there's like this squeaking noise and like
Awesome. I love like kind of like that's the opening. Like if this was a
Yeah.
TV show,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like you'd just be like the kind of the dark hallways, everyone's sleeping, and there's just like this weird noise. And it's like, what
yeah.
is
I'm
that?
like over at the desk where
And
Rhode's
Rhode's
asleep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm at the desk with this little light so I don't wake him up and I'm just like prying this thing off of there.
As long as it doesn't go off like a champagne cork, you're fine.
That would wake you up.
Yes.
Are we
Yeah.
drinking?
Yeah. Oh, there's drinking?
What year did you open? Oh, sorry.
Real.
All right. So you kind of pried it off, and there's there definitely has to be some sort of like thing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, there's a little dent, but it's I pictured it as this like sort of disc-shaped symbol of some kind that I don't know, probably in our language means something, but yeah,
Nice. Yeah, it's just kind of like the symbol, and
yeah,
probably as like the Rangers, like there's some sort of crest with like the Pyronin thing, and then like the Rangers and like all the things.
yeah. It's just like a couple inches across, sort of intricate little metal disc.
Yeah.
Heraldry.
Yeah,
Little escutcheon.
yeah.
All right. So we are going to. Everyone's asleep, but the way the journey events work. Let me read so I remember. It's been a while. So the GM sets the number of weeks for the journey. So once we get through into the jump gates, then we're just gonna say it's like 1 week. The players split up into groups of 2 or 3, and each of you you roll 3 dice between you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you spread it out. You roll 3 dice between the 2 or 3 of you, whoever decides to pair up. And then the sum picks the event that happens. So you'll roll 3d6 between you. One of you can roll 1, one can roll 2, or if there's 3 of you, each one of you can roll 1, whatever you want to do. And then that will determine what happens. So you enter the gate. Everything goes normal. Nothing goes weird. Everything's fine. You're in the gate.
No surprise messages. We're not being
Alright.
inspected by customs this time.
No, everything's fine. Like you just enter the jump gate. So that bodes well, right?
Oh, Kimmy.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, down with it. That bodes well.
Yes.
There
Right.
you go.
Slightly
There
more
it is.
convincing.
Excellent. I can act and stuff. All right. So, who wants to be pairs? You do not have to be with the people who sit next to you.
I think it'd be great if Dave and I were pairs. 'Cause
Okay.
we were so much at odds a moment ago.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Enemy mine.
Yeah.
I was
Perfect.
kind of excited to see which group I was going to screw up.
No.
Oh boy.
Do you want the 2 dice or the 1?
Uh,
And we could have a third as well.
Sure.
We're very open-minded. Yeah.
I was thinking I was on team like navigation because I actually kind of know things about this area.
sure.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a ranger. I mean, maybe we are essentially navigating. You know where we're going.
Well, he's better at that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm more the ship
okay,
flyer,
well,
so-
maybe that's a better.
Well, and the journey event tables have nothing to do with your
Sure.
job.
No, I'm just saying how we're pairing off.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to have a story reason there.
I'm certainly down with that. What I want to do is actually pair up with, or be at least in Nolvath's group to figure out what you need. To start making like a fine list and.
I think
figuring
we're
out.
working
I
together
think
on that
makes
because
sense,
I also
you-
am like going to be using my
Yeah.
industrial connections and
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Cool. So let's
It's the
start.
two of you.
Yeah. So let's start with the doubles then.
Okay.
So
So you
want-
just roll it out.
Lawrence
one
and
to two.
Alistair.
Well, we roll 3d6 between the two of us.
Between the two of you.
Oh, you take 2.
All right,
Let's see. Lucky. Oh, I got a 1.
I got 6
Jesus.
total.
So 7.
Oh my gosh.
Running low.
Oh.
You're running low on something important. What is it? Why are you running out of it? Mark the afraid or uncertain condition.
Government
Ooh.
seals.
Did anybody roll doubles?
No.
Okay, then never mind.
Oh wait, you rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
We have 2 1s. between
Yep,
us.
okay. Doubles. You get to choose what condition to mark.
Oh.
So doubles are a
Nice.
positive thing.
Ah, okay.
So instead of having to mark afraid or uncertain, you can choose which condition you mark.
Yeah.
So what are you running low on? And why are you running out of it?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back and mark disillusioned again.
Are we running low on food? Because I used a mess of it to make it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
no.
excessive, and you weren't really thinking about like how frequently other people have to eat, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
like
I'll
maybe
mark
we're
guilty.
we're
I
gonna
feel
have
bad
to
about
go
that.
looking in the rest of the ship to find food.
Oh no, the
Oh.
last time I went looking in the rest of the ship for anything, it was that horrible wine
Can't eat
that
our
wasn't
cows?
wine.
What? I mean, just one.
Listen, there've got to be some dead things in some of
They've
those
been cooking in their
cryopods.
own juices. We do not want to eat those cows.
Well, they're not sapient, are they?
We don't know.
None of
Nobody's
us-
asked them.
None of us ask any questions of the cows.
No, that probably
Not a
has.
particularly delightful environment in there.
If they smell like that on the outside, I cannot imagine what they taste like
Oh.
on the inside.
Amazing.
Okay, Han.
Okay.
Exactly.
Got that all over road ship one time, and it took forever to wash off.
It smells like that in places.
All right, so let's put a pin in that for just a second, and we'll
That's
go
what
back
that
to role
smell
playing about
was.
that. Let's have our other group roll.
Okay,
Oh
Alright.
There we go.
God, one each. Here we go.
Okay.
2.
6.
Woo!
12.
12. All right.
12.
Go,
All
Eagles.
right. Quality time. The three of you spend some time together for recreation or to accomplish a task. What were you doing? All of you clear one condition.
Oh yay!
Did you get?
Ooh.
Oh, and you got 2 6s, right? You got doubles.
No, we
No.
got
No doubles.
Okay,
No.
never mind.
No.
2, 4, and
Oh,
6.
I would
Okay.
like to clear.
So you can all clear a condition.
They did get all evens though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
because we're special.
I didn't get that
In a row,
particular.
too.
Yeah,
I threw in the doubles as like a joke, and it
Yeah.
worked well.
that was
But
good.
all right. So what are all three of you working on?
I think we're trying to get a pick list.
Yeah.
I think we're
Yeah.
trying to make the materials list for the science project.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Awesome.
and I'm going through all the records that I have of the what is actually mined there. And be like, oh, we could probably find this here, and probably trade for this here, and all that.
Awesome.
And I'm doing my best to understand this three-dimensional diagram that you've created to see if I could be of any use at all in putting the ship together.
Amazing. Okay. Let's start with the moment. Like you're in jump space, and I'm gonna actually have you, Lawrence, and Alistair together. Maybe it's like, hey, we just went to go make a sandwich or something.
Sure.
And I want to see like you discovering that you're almost out of food, and I want to see you tell everyone else while you're all working making that list.
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, I've got a thought. If you're
Go.
in there as well, then okay. So Alistair comes in, it just gives a nod, like I don't know if we're best friends yet, but like
No.
I'm no longer like
Antagonistic.
yeah.
Versus.
I've reached neutral. What's that when you're playing a video game? The like affinity.
Yeah, neutral affinity.
But I'm like looking through the cooler and there's like ketchup and
A beer.
yeah.
No one
like,
gets long
Ketchup is
to fit
the
in there.
packets that you get from the fast food
yeah,
places.
and there is like a ramen square up in the cupboard, right? And I just okay, well, Lawrence, do you know where the stores are kept? I'll bring some more stuff out and stock the cupboards here.
I am unaware of any additional stores.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll track it down. I'll ask someone. That's fine. I mean, there's got to be. This is just easy access. I'm sure. There's probably a closet full of. This is a big ship.
You would think that, but it was unoccupied for quite some time.
Oh. How long have you all been using it?
Couple of months?
Huh.
Is that? I'm asking that in a like. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
How many?
Doesn't feel like years.
Yeah.
It's been like
No.
maybe close to a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, all right.
How many times have you restocked supplies in that amount of time?
We bought wine with
Well,
Road,
of course you did.
but I don't think we resupplied our initial food stores.
Huh. Well, there has to be something. So I think also Alistair, like in this conversation, is now like opening every cupboard in a less casual manner.
When you open one of the cupboards, you realize that it's actually like one of the part of the vent system, and Nolvath is sitting there. And looks very surprised that you opened the vent right then.
Holding one of those
tag
pellets.
up. Tag.
Yeah, can I throw paint at them?
Nolvath is getting ready to do paint at you,
Yeah.
and rolled 2 1s.
Yeah.
Oh my
Can I
god.
see if I can do better
Yeah.
than 2-1 on a quick draw
Yep.
paintball?
Plus 1 for
situation?
body, so I got 3.
Oh, okay, you got 3.
Oh, okay. So I have to beat a 3. Okay. That's
Oh.
I also got doubles.
It doesn't matter.
A 10 actually.
Good, okay, perfect. Like literally, I feel like it's one of those things where you like open the door, you have it, and you like take it out of your pocket, and you just like push it.
Yeah.
On
I
it.
love it.
Perfect. Just close the kid. You don't have to do that. Do you leave it open? Do you think?
Yeah. Well, I think it probably like came off because it's not a hinge,
Oh, yeah, it's
right? It's like comes off.
Yeah.
And I'm like ready to reach in there. And I'm like, whoa! And I like drop the panel, quick draw, paintball to just like just right in the forehead.
Okay.
I think they forgot they weren't camouflaged because they're just like in there, and so they're like, "Stay still, he won't see you."
Amazing.
You hear this crap? I wasn't invisible.
You were not, but you were quiet. Points for that.
Yeah. So perfect. Okay.
1-1.
You can join the scene if you want. So yeah, you can. The cupboards are bare. Like there's like some cups. There's some weird bottles of stuff that look like they've been here since the Narans were in charge, and maybe shouldn't. So they don't. Maybe they don't look like they were like preserved. They're just like things that were left.
Expressions.
Yeah.
Well,
It's honey. It's fine.
Ugh. It's meat now.
it's meat.
Far
now.
beyond.
Yeah.
That's thousands of years. Yeah.
Well, Nolvath, now that you're here, where are the additional stores like for the food? Like where's all the extra food stored? I'll go and get it. That's fine.
Oh, we have never needed food that wasn't in this room. Is the food gone?
Almost. Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
There has to be more food on the ship.
I may have overestimated our supplies of food. when I fixed our feast
We can look
the other
in
night.
the computer and see if any of the other areas of the ship store food that might still be good.
Okay. Yeah. I'm happy to go and pick up whatever we need. I'll do the legwork. I just don't know where to go.
Yeah. I'll go over to the terminal that's in the kitchen and just like, where is the auxiliary food, please?
Yeah.
Flash.
The readout tells you that there are like biomes on the ship made to sustain life that was meant to be put on to the new planet. So like the cattle, the trees, things like that. But there are no food stores because it was not meant for people to be eating on the trip.
Yes.
So
They just had backup bullshit in case somebody had to wake up and do something.
just a few things, yeah. So
I really thought you were gonna list a number of pods of like, these are food. Like, what?
no.
Uh-oh.
That is a decision you as players will have to make. But I mean, Lawrence,
I know,
looking
like,
at you.
room of eggs?
There
Room of eggs?
There was 100% the thought bubble
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
to Lawrence. That's
Room
like,
of egg.
there's a whole
No
delicious buffet
omelets.
Yeah.
just already warm.
The computer does not suggest eating any
Nope,
of the
nope.
sentient life.
So the forest, does that have food that's edible for any of our life forms in it?
It reads out that there are things you can catch and hunt and cook, and there might be some things that are. There's nothing that you're just going to be like, eat it.
Right.
Like you're going to have to harvest it and cook it, or
Some of the plants might be edible.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
things like that. But it's there's not like a buffet waiting for
Right.
anything. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well,
It's not the Charlie in the Chocolate Factory room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Here we go. I can eat it. Yeah.
we have good news and bad news. The good news is there are things that could qualify as food on the ship. The bad news is we will have to harvest them and or hunt them.
I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
All right. Well,
It's been a time since I've gotten to hunt. I would enjoy it.
can you give us a description of what is okay to hunt?
We would prefer if you didn't eat the cows,
That wouldn't be it.
or Tavrock, or any of the eggs, please. But the other life forms are fair game. And no one in the cryopods.
No.
Yeah, and the eggs are in like an incubator, so you're not going to accidentally run into them in the forest and be like,
Right.
yum.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, I will see.
Okay.
But as far as we know, there are no sentient life forms in the forest.
Okay. I'll put together some things that I need and I'll go looking.
I'll go along. Hopefully we can solve this problem.
Because just to clarify, the when you went through customs that time, when they did the scan of the ship, it only counted the sapient life form. Like,
Right.
yeah.
7 sapient life
Yes.
species.
Yeah.
So there are like when you go into like the forest thing, there's like some birds and like they were going to kind of like put some of the things they needed to
squirrels.
yeah, things that they needed to survive as a species. They were going to take them with them to the planet they were aiming for.
We clarified that it did not count the cows at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify for those listening now who are like, wait, they only said there was one other species. It's
Yeah.
like, no, there's one other sapient
Sapient
species.
species. Yeah. They did specify.
Yeah. And it's not a bird. We know that.
But not a bird.
Not a bird?
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
yes. No, it's not a bird.
Do we
Is
know
it-
that?
Did you say that? Or I'm clarifying what I thought I heard.
No, yeah, it's not. None of the little things crawling in the forest are sapient.
Oh.
Yeah, we're fairly
Oh,
certain
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the prisoners
Yes.
from
Right,
the Inari.
But we're not
Closer
sure
to
they're not a
cryo,
bird.
They might be
Yeah,
birds.
that's true.
We're, yeah,
Okay.
listen, we're here.
They
Yeah,
could be
yeah,
bird
exactly.
people, Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
But you're not gonna. They're not the birds in the trees.
We're not going to be accidentally
Flowers or the
hunting
bees.
sapient people.
Got it. Yeah.
Right.
Moving
Skies
up
up
above.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
Well, I guess they would have like ground birds like quail or pheasant or something.
Emu.
There's only so much room, and that's a big ass bird.
They are big.
And mean.
Yeah.
And
Really,
and
a little
stupid.
evil.
Really,
More
really unintelligent.
Cassowaries are the murder chickens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Closest thing to dinosaurs.
Yeah. I love cats.
Razor beak.
They're cool.
They're terrifying and cool.
A lot of meat in
And
those.
the, like 6-inch death claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
awesome.
And a temperament to match.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, I'm gonna get some stuff for like making rope traps. And is it safe to discharge firearms in the? I mean, this is a big ass
No idea.
spaceship, and it's probably fine.
Like laser ones, yeah. I don't know if I
Yeah.
would shoot projectiles to test. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe
Yeah. Okay.
we could
that's
roll
fine.
that and see how that goes.
No, that's lasers are fine.
Yeah, okay.
We've got lasers.
Yeah.
It's more accurate anyway. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm going hunting.
Oh, that you've avoided telling me.
Until I have an
Yeah,
answer.
it's very smooth.
Yeah. There will be a PowerPoint presentation with all the information
Of why you can eat this.
Yeah, when it's ready
Mhm.
to be prepared.
And Lawrence, you were going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not preparing anything.
No, you
You are
your
the weapon.
You're born ready.
Wow.
We all agree.
Jonas, are you interested in going hunting?
I don't think I know
Yeah,
this is happening
I
right
think
now.
we're in the
Oh,
same
okay.
place.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Road and I are
Unfortunately.
still, you know.
Yeah, that's
I'm actually asking you questions about like, okay, well, what's you know, what are the Pyronan what's the Pyronan presence like over there? You know, where do you think we'd find these things? The most important thing that I can think of is how do you think we're gonna be able to acquire this stuff? We don't exactly have a whole lot to offer.
I'm sure we have something that they'll want to purchase.
Hmm.
I'll think of it. I wonder
Yeah.
where the food is. Nolvath's been gone for quite a while.
Well, if I know Nolvath, they're taking their time and trying to get the upper hand.
Oh. Alright.
I say, well, you know what? Maybe we do have an empty cryopod. I wonder if I can dislodge that thing from its housing and maybe we can sell that technology or something. I don't know.
I'll go through the stores and see if I think that there's anything worth selling. Oh, but I can't be the. We'll figure it out.
I'll walk with you. Like, you know,
Yeah.
maybe I'll start talking about okay, if we need your savvy but you can't be there, maybe we can have like an earpiece or something and figure out how to communicate that way.
Why can't you be? I know
I'm
not
dead.
in the conversation, but you could just be a random Pyronan, right?
Sure.
You're not a superstar.
Road struggles with being anonymous.
Don't you know who I am? Oh shit. No, wait, do you?
Who are you exactly?
Yeah, you should try that. I would love to see that happen. Mwahaha. Nolvath, are you going hunting too?
Yes.
Oh, but not for food, I see. Uh-huh.
Are you
You're in
walking
danger.
with them?
Yes. But then I'm not.
Okay. So the two of you have left the.
We're
And
going
you're walking.
towards the cryopods.
Okay, so we're gonna have this moment of, like, slow-mo, kind of ready for the hunt, walking down the hall. There's Alistair, like, with all his stuff. Lawrence with nothing.
Fine.
Not wearing. Yeah, are you
Butt-ass
not wearing your
naked.
wig though, right?
Only the wig.
A weird morph suit
No,
thing.
no. It's a good question. Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're used to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like also if you're going hunting, you want to, like, if you are the animal, if you were the hunter, like,
Sure.
you want to kind of
Yeah.
streamline.
I mean, like, Lawrence kind of was always wearing the, like, vacuum formed vinyls
Mm-hmm.
outfit.
Mhm.
That's kind of his base layer most of the time. When he doesn't hide it underneath more human-y clothes to blend in.
Mhm.
So he's probably wearing that.
And otherwise, it's just like bald gray alien kind
Yeah,
of thing.
pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you have, and then, like, we're gonna do just as, like, they're walking, and also Nolvath's walking, and then, like, Nolvath, like, winks out. And then there's the two of them doing kind of, like, the cool slow-mo walk, like, going hunting.
Pick up the pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So, and then...
Meanwhile,
Yeah, Jonas and Road walk around, turn around the corner and see, like, this, like, the...
Road's doing his
Why are you
best.
walking so slow?
Yeah.
You look like you're going to a fight.
No, that would But we're just gonna go.
You look like you're going to a fight.
We are hungry.
Okay.
And we must replenish the supplies
Lauren,
of food.
Wait, what do you wait? Hold on, hold on.
What?
What do you mean
Okay.
we must replenish the
What?
supplies of food?
I will admit I used too many of the supplies in the kitchen to make the feast the other night. I had not realized that we did not have more.
How much more?
Well, however much we can find and bring back is the goal now.
There's. I didn't want to worry you. There's currently essentially nothing to eat. I was gonna go solve the problem and then let you know about it. See, now you're worried.
Deeply. I have a very small store. It is not very much.
Okay, well that it will be good to add to the collection.
But
It is unlikely that any of us will starve before we get to our destination.
That's true.
I don't like the unlikely thing you just said.
I'm not super familiar with all of your metabolisms.
Oh, I also want to be like, Nolvath confirmed, and then Nolvath is not there, right? Like in my mind, Nolvath was right behind me.
Yeah.
May still be. But Nolvath confirmed in the computer that there were consumable species in the forest. So we're gonna go.
I don't want to eat the
Fine.
cows.
Yeah.
No,
What
that's-
were you saying though, Lawrence? I just wanted to make sure you started saying like you weren't sure about people's metabolism.
I
Okay.
don't know how often everyone has to eat.
Well, at least once a day.
That's kind of a
Once.
daily thing,
At least.
Lawrence.
Well, certainly, but the question is, in the event of an emergency, can you go longer than that without death?
Yes.
Without death, certainly. Without discomfort, which I do not think is a state I'd like to enter a new system in. That's a whole other story.
I agree, and that's why we're trying to go hunting.
Well, shit. And I consider, like, do I have to take the time to hunt too?
I
suppose it's been a while since I've used this damn blade on something.
think we should be able to take care of. Honestly, if there were too many of us in there, it may disturb the.
Good, then I'll make the sacrifice and I won't go.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, dear.
I don't know, this is beginning to sound like a party. Putting the party in hunting party.
I mean, you're welcome to join us.
I'm going to go find Nolvath. We were having a very important conversation about mining supplies.
Ooh.
Let me know when we're not going to starve to death.
Can I? This is a question for Samantha more than anything. If Nolvath is Nolvath in the room with us now? I was
You
hoping,
feel their presence.
I was hoping I might be able to. Like, it would be so cool if you're like, I want to go find Nolvath. And I'm like, they're
Do I-
there. And like, point.
Do I
Because
notice
I
the
can
ripple?
hear you or something.
Yeah,
Is it? Can I roll for that, or are you gone?
they're not in the room.
Okay. All right.
So, like, we don't notice the ripple, like, if we look around, even those of us who know you're there. Okay, all right.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, you do that, and we'll go find what we need. It shouldn't take long.
Good. Don't be eaten by a cow or whatever's out there.
The cows aren't even in the forest, right? Aren't they in a different part of the ship?
Yeah, they got their own dome.
I
Cow
can
dome.
smell them in there.
Well, I think you're just smelling animals.
It's more the potency
Is that-
that you're smelling, Road, not necessarily the cows.
I don't like any of it.
Okay, but you do like eating, is my understanding.
I have to eat.
Okay. You don't enjoy eating?
Eating is an art form and a practice that, yes, I enjoy.
Okay.
Well, we shall do our best to find something enjoyable to eat.
Wonderful. Happy hunting. Don't bring back a bottle of whatever that was.
That would be unlikely.
I'll turn to you and I'll say, if you can find something that maybe isn't chitinous, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, certainly.
Well, I mean, you could take the chitin off of almost anything.
Yeah, I don't like food that fights back.
Oh. You're
That's a
missing
shame.
out, my friend.
Ah.
Oh, we just bonded.
I mean, yeah.
Kinship.
I'll say I'll keep you company, Road, and I kind of look at you, Alistair, and I put my hand on your shoulder and I said, "Don't worry, I'll keep him out of trouble."
Mm.
We can also
Okay.
guarantee that it won't be fighting back by the time we bring it back.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be dealt with.
I like my lobster pre-prep.
I think as we walk away, you do hear a little bit of like, well, I do have this very small store, but it's like a crate. And it's mostly for like aged meats.
All right.
Charcuterie crate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And by crate, I mean shipping.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Less, more than a week. Yeah.
Because before recently, he's eaten by himself in his room.
as we're separating away, Lawrence, I wonder if you have anything in your equipment. I know you've been working on that ship. Do you have anything that might be able to render this seal into a liquid, like melted form? It's a
I,
titanium alloy.
I'm sure we could find something.
Okay.
I don't personally have a crucible
Okay.
or a forge, but there's plenty of flammable objects here on the ship.
Well, right, but the right tool for the right job seems like it's worth
Right.
waiting for. But
Right.
I thought maybe in your equipment you would have something that.
No, I don't do a lot of metallurgy.
Okay. Well, keep an eye out for something if you spot it around the ship.
I'm sure we could find something in all of the tools that,
Oh, that's
Hurley
a good point.
keeps around.
That's a good point.
you know, even just an arc welder or whatever.
That would do the trick? Yeah. Excellent.
An arc welder.
Did Phegenians create family groupings?
No.
I see. But you're familiar with the tradition and other
The
cultures.
concept, yes.
Okay. And that's not something that you all experience.
We are,
Interesting.
for lack of a better term, decanted in large batches.
Like eggs?
No, we at some point long ago abandoned biological reproduction for
Oh, I see.
technologically assisted reproduction.
I see.
It's faster.
So are there any sort of romantic inclination? This is as we're going towards
Yeah.
the forest, but
No.
no. Oh, I see.
In fact, that would be discouraged and probably summarily executed.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
It's inconvenient.
It certainly is. Well,
Oh, the truth of this game. All right, I think you connected there.
oh,
I think-
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, I think Alistair, I think you actually instigated it. So we're gonna have you spend a trust,
Yeah.
and then you created what happens. Do you feel like you grew closer?
I think so.
I mean,
That's up to you. It's your choice.
Yeah, no. I mean, I feel like yes. Yeah, I feel like it is. It's. I think even in the short time you've been here, you may have noticed that Lawrence listens and observes far more than he shares.
Mm-hmm.
So getting him to actually like lay out details of things is unusual.
Okay. But it doesn't feel like a significant truth was revealed.
No, I don't.
It's
I mean, it's not
yeah.
like a major character plot point.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So I earn my trust back,
Mhm.
and we both clear condition.
Yep.
Awesome. I only had one.
I'm
That you
already
got from this
feeling-
situation.
I'm already feeling
Yes.
less guilty about using all the food.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we go on.
all right. So you enter the airlock. Now these are like massive biodomes, like
Okay.
miles across.
Okay. Great.
Like we've determined our generation ship is almost 15 miles across, so this is not quite the entire width of the ship, but it is a big chunk in the middle. So this is a big space, and you can have like a proper like hunt challenge in this space. It's not like a football field size. This is big.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's try and find the bird in
Yeah.
a cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you've ever tried to catch a bird, it got inside. It's
Really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Although
did once get a bat.
It's really hard for us humans, who most of the time aren't trying to murder the bird.
yeah, like if you don't mind hurting it, it's easier, but that's horrible. So like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
We are out to hurt some animals. Well, kill them. Like,
Eat them.
yes.
for survival purposes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, not just for funsies.
It's not
Yeah.
just to hurt them.
Yeah, yeah. It's
No.
not to hurt, but to hunt.
That's just a secondary benefit.
Yeah. So yeah, looking for all sorts of like somewhere that might be good to set a snare, somewhere that might be good to set a kick drum, somewhere that might be good to set a cymbal. Nope, sorry. Snare traps. Looking for, trees that I could climb up and wait. Create a hunting blind.
Mhm.
It's a whole different kind of backline.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll prove your worth.
Okay.
And I will stand by to assist.
Is that courage?
Yeah.
Courage?
Yeah, plus courage.
Oh, that's not great.
You have someone on hand
Yeah.
who's ready to help you.
That's a total of 4, but I got a 1 and a 2, so help is very welcome.
I will do my best. And I just roll 1.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
100 places the lowest die.
I got a 3.
Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6.
So you mark
Um,
experience.
Oh, right.
Do you have anything that applies? Any of your special?
Stealth?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, 7.
7.
Make it to 7. I don't want the XP, but that's
Okay.
Well,
7's
I
better.
mean-
No, 7's better.
Make your choice.
No.
You're
That's,
just running through the forest going, "Come here, bird!"
yeah.
All right. So if you
running.
improve things, you get your trust back that you spent
Oh, very
to
good.
do.
Yeah.
You got your back. And if you bump them to a higher success band, you earn another trust on top.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing trust out the window
All right.
because I have too much of it.
Yep, me too.
It's so weird.
All right.
Okay, so then we succeed, pick 1. Injured or shaken, put a crewmate in a bad spot, damage or destroy something important. We're not there yet. Yeah, I'm a little injured. I fell out of the tree, and we don't need to speak of this.
Find out. I will find out.
I'm gonna mark. I don't have embarrassed on here. Disdainful of myself.
9.
9. Yeah. Okay. So, and that's with your specialties. Did you add any of your skills? Do you have any?
Oh, well, Nolvath spends a lot of time in this forest.
Mhm.
I
mean,
feel like that should be a plus
Favorite
1.
terrain.
That is honestly, you do spend a lot of time here.
Yeah.
I'll let you. Yeah, roll one more die. You
Okay.
can roll with advantage for this. Since we're in here and you've spent so much time with Tavrock in here, and Tavrock is in here
Oh,
somewhere.
That was the most cocked roll I've ever seen.
Don't do that again. It's still a 4.
Okay.
Okay, it's
You're
still
meant
a 9.
to have a 9.
9 is great.
All right. So 7 and 9, pick one there.
Okay. Force is
And
necessary.
they got double.
Let's see. You are shaken or injured, mark a condition. You lose or damage something important. Your actions put a crewmate in danger. A new danger or foe is revealed. Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's fun.
Oh, you're doing forces necessary.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You were setting
being
traps.
hunted.
Yeah,
Nolvath
Nolvath
is an ambush predator.
I'm not hunting Nolvath right now.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Like the actual stalking and attacking part of hunting would be forces necessary.
Yeah.
Setting traps is a proof.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm just explaining for
Oh, right.
the audience at home who's like, why are they rolling different things?
Yeah.
They're doing different things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the fun one, even though it's a bad idea. A new danger or foe is revealed. There's gotta be something dangerous in this forest,
Yep.
other than me.
Yep. So good.
And we're dangerous. I'm dangerous.
Damn it, the thing laying on the ground under a tree.
Mom.
It's the two of us over here doing Darkwing Duck impression.
Wait,
Yeah.
And she's actually murdering things.
Yeah.
Alistair fell out of a tree? Can I be why he fell out
Yeah,
of a tree?
Yeah.
I was about to wrap that together. So I feel like you were like climbing up the
Going
tree.
back up and like grab an invisible leg. Like, ah!
That's exactly
Yeah.
what happens.
The tree get warm.
Yep, and then paint.
Yeah. Or like I'm on my back on the ground and you just go.
That's
Is that
funnier,
good?
yeah.
Okay.
And you notice like you fall, and then I'm gonna say that you also looking down, Nolvath, notice at the same time, Alistair, you kind of roll and you see like there's these odd tracks next to you that are not of a size that you would expect the computer readout of what was in this biome. Now I want to clarify, the computer didn't do a scan of
Right.
the biome.
a
These are the
There's, like-
registered things.
Yeah, these are the things that we put here.
Yeah.
So why would there be anything else there?
Yeah. There
Unupdated
couldn't
wiki.
possibly be.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, there's some sort of large tracks next to you that you both kind of see at the same moment. Alistair, they're right next to your face. And Nolvath, you kind of grin down to kind of like, huh, I got you. Oh, look at those. So,
And look, the look on Alistair's face is fucking delighted, right? He's like, oh, I don't know what those are, and that's like fantastic. We're gonna see something new today.
yeah. And they're very odd.
Okay.
Like, they're very clearly not like, they're sort of, like what you might see from like a snake or something. It's like more of a trail.
Something's dragging
Oh.
along.
Yeah.
and- okay.
The pushed sidewind
Okay.
of a snake.
A little bit. It looks like there's a few of them.
But
So,
are there also like feet tracks of some feet or hand or anything?
It doesn't look like it from what
Grabby
you see. It's hard to
bits?
tell in this
Yeah.
part, but it seems mostly just like multiple, like kind of like slithery.
Okay. And we can tell roughly what direction it was going in?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way.
Okay.
and it looks like more than one creature?
I mean, there's more than one like little like
Track.
track
Okay.
thing.
This is their
Either
new trail.
one busy creature or several
Yes.
less
Yeah.
busy
I had an
creatures.
important size clarification question for me, a viewer of this moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Snakes can be quite large. How
Yes.
large is this track? Because snakes can be people size.
Yes. I will. Spoiler. It's not actually a snake.
Yes, I'm just
Okay,
saying
so
for
that's
scale.
Yeah. For
How,
those of
how
you,
thick is this track?
there's many smaller ones, so they look
Okay.
like they're about this, like around,
About
so
3
like
inches across.
4
Or-
inches. Yeah, but
Land
there's a
squid.
couple of them.
Land squid.
Land squid.
Yeah.
If I, so Nolvath's gonna jump down there. Is there any like scent lingering on the tracks? We have a very good sense of smell.
You do. Roll prove your worth,
Okay.
please.
That is plus courage, which we don't have. Weirdly. Nope.
You don't?
Arc XP.
Yeah. Sounds like nothing.
Yeah, it's a little odd. Like it doesn't have a scent.
Huh.
And you also, anyone else who kind of comes and smells at it, you also.
Yeah, I
Don't-
get
yeah.
Lawrence's
Notice the
attention,
absence
like,
of it.
oh, Lawrence, look at these tracks. Do you recognize this creature?
Probably not. I'm assuming.
I don't know if there's enough. Like you would probably, if anyone was, you might.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like a lot right now. There's not like a lot
There's
of.
not a lot of evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. I have a special version of Access Knowledge.
Ooh. Okay.
Tougher spots than this. I can roll Courage instead of Brains to Access Knowledge. We're looking for survival information under imminent threat. I mean,
Ah.
creatures under imminent
Yeah.
threat. So,
I'm gonna go ahead and. You're not gonna know this creature.
no, I know, but
Oh.
I want to know, like, is it strong? Is it fast? Is it poisonous? Is it, venomous? Excuse me.
Or poisonous.
It could be poisonous.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
It could be both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, anything I can glean about, imagining it based on evidence. I'm trying to like Sherlock Holmes. This
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're getting a dissertation about the mineral components in this system.
Yeah.
7, 8. Oh, well, 9 if fighting. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so 8
Right.
on access knowledge.
Okay. So you succeed, but something unexpected happens. You and another crewmate both mark a condition.
Oh, well, I think it should have to be Nolvath.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
This is sort of my fault.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put obsessive.
That makes sense.
Too excited.
There's a new thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one are you gonna mark? Nolvath, or do you want to hear what I'm gonna share first?
I think what you share might
Okay.
sway it.
So it's hard to tell. Like, you think looking at the tracks, they're very uniform, which kind of gives you the impression that maybe it's not many things. It's one thing that maybe has multiple like tentacles or
Oh.
things like that. So there's
Okay.
a uniform weight to all of it.
Oh.
So all of that, you're like, this is weird. All these things are the same size. They have exactly the same like weight distribution as far as creating the tracks. Like near the ends, it's a little lighter, but that's like farther out from the weight of the body.
Sure.
And then also looking at it, you're like, this does not seem like something that is like it doesn't seem like something that is just living its life. It feels like it's moving with a purpose.
Yeah, like hunting or
Something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll relay those insights.
Yeah, and you don't recognize what it is.
We hunt the sea witch.
Which isn't
tree squid.
isn't entirely surprising since this is a spaceship of things from thousands of years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
The- It's the Oregonian tree squid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We're gonna go with afraid because things with multiple tentacles on their planet usually mean bad. Well,
Yeah.
all the things usually mean bad.
Yeah. Being witnessed above ground
Yeah.
is bad. Okay. So, yeah, I described these things. I'm obviously too excited about it, but, readying my sidearm and sneaking off through the underbrush to try to catch up to this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go camouflage and not follow Alistair, but like also track it, but like try to flank.
Okay.
How thick are the trees through here?
They're
They're
so thick.
yeah, they're big.
3 Cs.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's some that
It
are
would be possible to propel myself through the tree instead of touching the ground.
How do you do that again?
Like grabbing and
Swing,
pushing
jump.
off.
Oh
and
yeah,
running.
yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this
Not
is
like crazy, like Tarzan.
yeah. I didn't know if you're like parkour jumping between them.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
Like that kind of-
Yeah, I mean they're big trees. There's also little saplings. Like this has become something that was planted has become a wild grown forest. So there's tons of stuff, and some of them have been here for thousands of years.
Cool.
So they're huge. So yeah.
I just if it was like there's a couple of palm trees and a lot of shrubs,
No.
then what I'm about to say doesn't
Yeah,
make
this
sense.
is much more like verge of like rainforest, like a little bit more arid than like a rainforest, but like very like kind of thick trees, vines, some water in between, but not like marsh at all.
Gotcha.
So like stereotypical, if a kid was gonna draw jungle, and they don't really know what jungle is, but they know there's like some vines and like a tree. It's like that's what it is.
Okay. So I will get myself off of the floor of
Okay.
this forest and into the trees
Mhm.
and head in the same direction.
Okay.
Yeah. I would, yeah. I'm moving on the ground as quietly as I can, ideally removing myself from the perception of those. I mean, it'd be great if Nolvath lost track of me.
Okay.
That would be fantastic for no reason at all.
Great.
Could I try to prove my worth with stealth?
We're all gonna roll forces necessary because
Oh,
you're
yeah, yeah,
actually
okay.
actively hunting this thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, for leaving Nolvath's perception.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Since we're not actually attacking at this moment. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do forces necessary.
Okay.
for this. I mean, I can prove your worth or force is necessary. I can kind of see arguments for both. But since you are actively like, if you see the thing, you're going to attack it, I assume?
Well, if I see the thing and it looks like something I can fight, yes.
Okay.
But I need like a little bit of information. If it looks like a tank squid with armor and lasers, then no.
I don't know. You could take it.
No, not without more preparation. So yeah, is it possible to get more information before we go off here, or?
I mean, you kind of ruled for all the information you have.
Well, I mean, I want to sneak
go
up on it
forward.
and see it before I decide if I'm
Okay,
attacked.
then that would be a prove your worth roll.
Okay.
So you are trying to just sneak up on it and assess it.
Yeah.
Okay. Lawrence, are you...
I'm not
You're-
sneaking up.
Okay, you're hunting. Okay, so your is force is necessary.
Sure.
Nolvath, what are you doing?
Let's see. I think probably force is necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in survival mode.
Perfect. Cool. All right, everybody roll.
Wow, these dice are not favoring me today.
Ooh.
Oh, I got a 10.
Okay.
11.
Also 11.
Okay.
Now I got a 5 on prove your worth.
You
So
said you wanted XP. They were giving you what you wanted.
yeah.
You did ask the universe.
It's
So I
trying to
have
be
to pick
nice.
2 things from the list. Put a crewmate in a bad spot. Can I put me in a bad spot?
Cremated someone else.
Oh. 2 things. Okay. Then I would love to become injured by this thing, and put Nolvath in a bad spot
Rude.
Nice.
because that's the like I'm gonna feel bad about that. If I put Lawrence in a bad spot, it's like a medium problem.
Oh,
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah. So we'll get back to what exactly happened right
That's
there
fine,
in
yeah.
just a
Yeah.
moment. Both of you rolled 11,
Yes.
so you succeed. So what's going to happen is, so you're just going to attack when you see them.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what you rolled.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of coming up on them, and you see them first, Lawrence, like from above, and you kind of see it's like this greenish color that's just slightly different, just a little bit different than the rest of the forest. And you see it's kind of like smooth on the top, almost like a Phrygian, at least from above. And what, you just jump on it, pounce on it.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
like
we're
full
here
on
to hunt
attack.
something. Yeah.
Okay,
So, I mean,
describe what it looks like.
approximately how large is this thing when I lay eyes upon it?
It
Because that'll
is-
depend on how I attack.
Yeah, it's very tall and very slender. You almost thought it was part of the forest for a moment, like a tree, a version of a tree, like a sapling.
Okay.
And it's got kind of like these tentacles, sort of like I don't want to say it's sort of like an like layers of octopi, but it's not. But they don't have like suckers. It's more just like
Sure.
tentacles.
Like drapey.
Yeah, like drapey.
Like,
Yeah.
Those are
Christmas
jelly
tree
beans.
made of snakes or something.
Tentacles.
No, like moving,
Like a
Oh, okay.
squid, like a squid limb.
kind of like that.
'Cause
Yeah,
Squid limbs don't all have suckers.
yeah, something like that. So they're moving, kind of like octopi or squid-like, but they don't have like a bunch of suckers that you're seeing.
Okay.
But they do look sort of like soft like that. It's a little bit akin to Nolvath, a little, but not like exactly. Just like the skin texture, very.
Okay. Well, I'll try and leap onto its head-ish.
Okay.
Above the tentacles,
Okay.
as those may be a source of danger.
Okay. I mean, it's not massive. Like that would be like the equivalent of you trying to jump on like a person's head.
Yeah, but if
Okay.
I was already kind of in the trees.
Okay, perfect. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
But not to land on it. Like you're eating their head, or like
Well,
what
like
are you
I'm
doing?
gonna land and like grab
Grab it.
on and
Okay.
yeah,
Perfect.
try
Okay.
and bite it.
Yeah, the tentacles also might be delicious, so try not to damage them.
I'm gonna do as little damage as I can to
Yeah.
disable this
Okay.
opponent.
Okay.
That's the idea. But
Okay.
I've been watching too much Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh.
All right, so you jump down, and you take a big bite, and there's like this. I don't know how to describe it, and I don't want to do it because it'll make you all laugh. But it's like kind of like a shout, but it's very like guttural, almost like a gurgle noise, like when you see the commercials of someone like gurgling, like yeah, but like
not Murloc.
not Murloc. Yeah, it's more like deep, like and like it almost has like a sonic quality to it that
Like
kind
a-
of like hits you, like sort of like.
Gurgling roar.
Like throat
Yeah.
singing.
Like there might be like an echolocation type element to it.
Oh, okay.
So like it's very deep. Like if like a big ass
So it's like
whale.
sternum feeling.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
a shout that's like deep in the throat because the way they're built is different, and it sort of sends out like this, like you can feel it when it hits you. And they take 2 damage. And at that same point, like we're gonna just say like boom at that same moment,
Yeah.
since you both got an 11. Nolvath, you're coming from the ground.
Yes. Yeah. And they have the dart pistol that Jonas gave them
Oh yeah.
that has tranquilizer darts in it.
Amazing. Okay.
I'm not trying to murder this thing. I am trying to knock it out so it doesn't eat us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're gonna shoot it with the tranquilizer. And since I got an 11, not hit Lawrence.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Teamwork.
Yay!
All right.
Yep, that's me too. I feel the same way.
Now, you did get a little bit of disadvantage.
Yes.
So what's going to happen? Alistair, you were also kind of there, but you did the thing
I
where
was there.
yeah, you were there, but you did the thing where you're like, oh, that's it, snap! You step on a twig,
Yeah,
and you just happen to be near where Nolvath was. You didn't know that because Nolvath is invisible.
right.
So the thing turns around, and one of its tentacles like shoots like a little like spine, and it
Awesome.
hits Nolvath.
Not awesome.
Yeah, not awesome. They're kind of small.
Okay.
I mean,
It's more of a
So,
barb than a spear.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a little like sewing
That
needle.
doesn't matter if it's
Ooh.
poisonous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Venomous.
Venomous.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably both.
yeah, and it darts you, and you start to get like a little bit of swelling right where it hit.
Cool.
Yeah, and you're gonna take. Well, you mark 1 condition from that,
Okay. Ouch.
and you're not sure of all the effects yet.
Ah.
The tentacle that shot, did it look like all the other tentacles? Or are there just a couple that are longer and... No, it just looked all like...
They all look very similar.
Approximately how many tentacles are we talking about?
Probably like that you see easily. Probably like we'll just go 8 because that's like
Okay.
an expected number.
At least 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you also notice that it is sort of wearing. Can't believe you said this a minute ago. Well, it looks like the remnants of some sort of space outfit.
Oh,
So it is actually wearing.
this is
Like-
a person. Shit.
But I used that tranquilizer dart.
Yeah.
Did it taste good? Yeah?
Tastes like Jello.
Calamari.
Oh, delicious.
Calamari flavored Jello.
Ew. No.
I made it bad.
But yeah, it is our 7th sapient
Yeah.
species.
Okay.
Cool.
Lord,
Well,
stop.
we don't know if it's friendly.
Well,
Or certainly
I
It
mean,
might have been.
it is definitely unfriendly now.
Yeah, and it's kind of where you bit it. It's got kind of like a bluish like ooze kind of coming out.
Oh, and horseshoe crab blood.
Mmm.
Cool. That's worth a lot of money. We should save that.
Okay.
Let's see. I would like to. What's that? Let me roll this.
You know,
Not that one.
you weren't describing this creature, but I very much got, what is it, Elcor from Mass Effect?
Oh, yeah.
From this description of this creature?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't
I
they
think
have
that's kind
big,
of the vibe.
thick legs, though?
No,
No,
they're
they're
kind
good.
of
Yeah, they look like living, like floating jellyfish.
I'm thinking of the big guys who say their emotion.
I love them.
Yeah.
I forget what they're
Maybe
called.
the D.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't remember. It's been a long time.
The big D guys. Yeah.
They're big D. Yeah. Anyway.
What?
Oh, yeah. I cannot I played Mass Effect. I can't say that I'm not partially inspired by those somewhere in my subconscious.
I love them.
I'm not. I just that's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to
No,
find
like,
it.
Like now that I'm looking at it, I'm like,
They're not that nimble, though.
maybe. Yeah, they're not super
Right.
nimble.
Yeah.
This is much more nimble, and has like more of a body in it.
Because it's like supporting itself on these mini tentacles. Right?
Yeah, it's got
these are
like
its
a bit of a
legs.
body, and then
Hanar.
Hanar.
Yeah.
Thank you, James.
Yeah.
Hanar.
I'm thinking of the other species,
Mhm.
the little round guys in the spacesuit.
and then like at the kind of at the bottom, you know how like a lot of them like Medusa and the Gorgons kind of become big snake. Like they become like many tentacles kind of at the bottom
Cool.
of their body.
Neat.
Yeah.
It does seem like they've got like arms with hands underneath, but the tentacles kind of hide it,
Okay.
so they kind of like droop down naturally.
Cousin it.
Oh, it's like a emo squid. Right, it's covering its face. Tropic
The
squid.
new DLC for Splatoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jason, everybody, Jason.
Emo squid.
All right. Well, it's more like hiding its body. You can kind of see that it does have eyes that seem to be kind of circling its head.
Horrible. I love
Cool,
So it's
cool,
got-
cool, cool,
it.
cool.
I hate it.
Many of them.
And I love
Nightmare
it.
friend.
Yeah, which is probably
Yeah.
why you were able to drop on it from above, and you would probably, because like a normal person trying to sneak up on it would probably be at a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah. Does the spacesuit remnants look like what the Inarans wear, or does it look different?
It's a different color, but it looks like their make.
Okay.
And it looks like it's been kind of lived in for a while.
Yeah.
Is it color coded to, like, let's say, penitentiary coded?
Is it bright orange?
It is not striped or bright orange, but maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know what
know.
prison color is.
You didn't look that word up already?
I was busy trying to make a spaceship go jump.
Yep.
Yeah.
And getting busy.
Yeah, so it's sort of like swung around on you now.
Sure.
And it seems to kind of be like its tentacles kind of up again, like sort of like you see with Medusa when she's angry, they all kind of,
Sure.
but not snakes, just like spiky.
Yeah. Can I yell something?
Yeah.
Lawrence, it's not food.
I'm still holding on to it because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know where to go. But
I mean, that's a good plan. I'm just like, I'm going to shout that out.
no, I appreciate it. Because,
We've got a split second. I figure,
Yeah.
like, that's not food.
it's tough to apologize to somebody when you got their blood in your mouth.
Impossible.
Put that on the quote board.
Yeah, wow.
Words of wisdom.
Uh,
Deep Thoughts by Lawrence Benson.
Yeah. Thanks, Dracula.
you know what? I'm gonna just push off.
Okay.
I'll like drop to the ground and I'll put my arms up and go, I apologize. We were under the impression that we were alone on this vessel. You probably can't understand me at all. But that's what I do.
Okay.
I use the
In an
Pyronin
attempt to
technique
diffuse.
of speaking slowly and louder.
Yeah.
So it stays focused on you, but it takes a few steps back. And one of its hands comes up like underneath and like is holding where it's injured. You didn't like take a chunk out of it, thank goodness. Like you just like bit really hard.
Right.
And then
I can pull out like
Yeah.
some gauzy stuff.
yeah, it
Napkin.
backs away farther.
Well, I like hold it up like
Yeah, nope, not interested in you. It kind of sits there and it's sort of like it's like it's trying to remember how to talk. It's probably been a really long time before it's communicated, since it's communicated with anybody.
Oh, yeah.
And then again, when it speaks, it's like almost like with the elder we discussed how like you were watching Shakespeare or something like that, or if you're reading like Beowulf or something in like the original text, and you're like, hey, I can figure out what's happening, but it's like, it sounds, I'm not going to try and like speak that way, but it's old days. Yeah. Why did you attack us?
Again, under the impression that we were alone upon this vessel.
We thought you were an animal.
Like, you
Not
can't really read expression. Like, I'm giving a lot of expression
Sure,
now,
yeah.
but it doesn't have
Just
like
blank.
expression that you can read.
It's fine.
But you can kind of like infer from like its tentacle movement, like it kind of pulls back when it's angry, and then like it's like it sort of froze for a second when you said that, like it's like trying to make sure that it understood what you said.
Like, these people are stupid.
What? Are you killing the animals on board now?
We need to eat.
Were you also prisoners of the Anarans?
Not exactly.
What? That isn't an explanation.
The Anarans aren't in charge, and we're running the ship and trying to get it somewhere safe.
You seem to like relax a little at that, and then they kind of like draw themselves up to their full height, which kind of makes them thinner.
Yeah.
They're a little bit like squishy seeming. So like when they go up to their full height, they might become much more narrow. They're about 8.5 feet tall, like full height. Cool.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I said. I said cool.
The Anarans are not in charge anymore.
Really, I mean, the ship was adrift.
This might be difficult news, but since apparently you and the Anaran set out on this ship on its original journey, several thousand years have passed. And the remnants of the Anaran civilization either got to their destination and this ship got lost on the way, or this is the last of them. We are unsure.
So the Anarans are no longer in charge, and they may be extinct.
Or close enough to on a galactic scale.
I thank you for this information. It is impactful.
Admittedly, I have to apologize and say that it appears that perhaps your species is also lost to time, as we are wildly unfamiliar with your type.
And are more educated than we have behaved.
Yes.
You get the distinct skepticism
Mhm.
in their tentacle movements, like, yeah, okay. Yeah, so you are not aware of my species at all.
I've never seen anyone like you.
Question.
Hmm.
Does Nolvath recognize them from has the hive encountered them before?
That's a good question. Roll a die.
Okay.
Above a 3, you have some limited information. Below a 3, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
4 and above, yeah.
2.
2, nope.
Okay.
So yeah, no. They're not plant people. That's a mark in their favor. Yay.
Oh, not plant people, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you have said, your news is weighty. The Anarans were a great people, but they forced many crimes on those that they did not agree with, including my people. I am sad to say that there were not many of my kind left anyway. We are the Yadir. Or were. We were the Yadir.
And our Nolvath is visible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Nolvath, to a larger degree, and the rest of us to a lesser degree, claim this ship as our home and is Nolvath's legitimate salvage. Are you comfortable with that arrangement? And the clear implication is like, you should be. Like, I'm inviting you to be comfortable with that arrangement.
Yeah.
Am I the only surviving crew member before you took ownership? They say a little bit ownership?
There were no surviving crew members when we arrived and took ownership of the ship.
They pause for a moment.
We have been here for a long time.
Never mind. I don't know if I'm supposed to mention the cryopods or not.
If you start to, you're going to get kicked in the shin.
Yeah, I don't think he's that big a goofus.
If you look at Nolvath's body language, it's ready to fight.
Yeah.
So,
There's definitely like a vibe between the two of them. There's like a little bit of like skin change color happening a little bit. From the Yadirin.
Nolvath flashes the Inaran color at them for "this is my ship."
That gets interesting. And then like obviously these two species evolved on the same planet with like a similar thing. They flash back with the color equivalent of an accent. I don't know what that would be.
Sure.
But
It's like jewel tone
Yeah.
with this.
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, there's like something. I don't know. But like as long as you can keep it. And you're not, and you can't quite tell from the accent if that's as long as you can keep it or as long as you can keep it. Like supportive, like to like be safe.
Is all of this nonverbal?
Yeah,
right now?
it's
Okay.
literally just skin color slight changing.
Watching a tennis match.
But it's also a laser light show.
Yeah.
And then, with the like most polite tone you've ever heard from them, they go, "We would be pleased to let the rest of the crew know of your existence. What name shall we introduce you as?"
You can call me Evodi.
Evodi, is this the accommodation you prefer on the ship, or would you care to be escorted to quarters?
Quarters would be a much appreciated improvement over living in the dirt.
We would imagine so.
They seem to be waiting for like an escort or like
Do you have any supplies or things that you need to bring?
nothing I think would be appropriate for those living in more civilized accommodations. Basically, they've made like a little
Sure.
like living survival camp, but they don't.
Were you unaware of our presence here?
I was.
Huh. Okay.
Do you have a sense of how long you've been knocking around in here? I don't know why I said that like an American.
knocking means something different. And,
Yeah.
It's been some time
Hmm.
since there's only the replication of an outdoor environment. It is hard to exactly track the real passage of time outside of the dome.
True. Have you slept many times? Do you sleep?
I have a resting state. I believe it would be. And they kind of like think for a moment. I believe it has been 120 Inaran years.
Wow.
Well, good for you. It's encouraging that we should be able to find plenty of sustenance here in the forest.
That's an excellent point, Lawrence.
If you'd like to staunch your bleeding, please, you can have this.
There's also a medical bay. That,
Inaran.
yes.
He reaches out and
Oh.
takes the
Do you
claw.
not trust it, or would it not help you?
Two things can be true at the same time.
Oh.
While they're conversing, Nolvath has sent a message to Jonas, telling him that we have located one of the prisoners and they need to be escorted to secure accommodations.
The airlock?
Meanwhile, Rode has continued to talk about the very precarious politics of working with some of the smaller organizations in the region.
When that message pings in, I kind of just put my finger up, and I read it several times.
Yeah,
To
you
make
get
sure
another
I'm
message
getting it
that
right.
says, diplomatically, they should think they're a guest.
Nolvath, you need to mark a condition.
Okay.
You're just kind
Is
of
it?
just feeling a little,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a little more
Oh,
tired
yeah,
than
that's
usual.
right.
You
Oh,
get.
shoot.
Is
Yeah,
that thing still stuck in you?
I think so. They're not, do they seem to be reacting to the,
Oh
the
yeah, no,
tranquilizer
that was me. I
dart
forgot
that
about.
I shot them with at all?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, that's
Suddenly it
completely
catches
me.
up with them.
They weren't, but then suddenly.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. Sorry.
Slow and then
Yeah.
very fast
Like so,
metabolism.
yeah, they're slowly. I mean, a matter of like seconds have really
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Like you've had like a
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you start like they pulled themselves up to their full height, and then you see them kind of start to just wobble slightly, like leaning back and forth a little, like they're drunk, and then they kind of settle back down to their more stout and shorter type form. It's not a. It's a stretching and then condensing. It's not like actual shape shifting in any
Right,
way.
right. And
do you-
expand and contract.
Yes. I'm not even sure that they register that you hit them with that dart.
They were pretty distracted by getting
Yeah,
chomped on.
so I think they might have assumed that you were venomous, Lawrence.
Sure.
Fair enough.
So they're going to. What species are you, teethy one?
Eatling.
You have many teeth.
Fair enough. I'm a Phagenian.
I'm unfamiliar with this. Is your bite lethal?
In some situations, but you should recover in time.
So the venom will not end us.
Unlikely.
Very good.
Let them think you're venomous. Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah.
I would like to go to my accommodations now.
All right.
The
I shoot
escort
back-
is on the way.
I shoot back, wait for us,
Yeah.
don't leave. And then Rode, I put up my thing and I kind of like show you the message and I just let you read it.
He must read it like 7 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he was like, it's fine if I'm boring you. And then suddenly he's just like, no. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think this is a
Actually
matter
worked.
of boring, Rode. I'm gonna need to go grab a few things. Let's walk together.
Fine.
I may need you to do the talking.
True enough. It's still not food.
It might be, depends on how friendly they are.
Like the most aggressive I've seen Nolvath be. This is great.
Yeah, he finally is like, fine. He gets up to leave.
Yeah. So I'll make sure that, I have my vibroblade on me, and then I'll go grab a sidearm and make sure that it's pretty visible on my hip.
Road grabs no weapons.
I'll grab my sticks too, actually. I'll grab my little, my little fighting sticks, and I'll tack them to my back, ready to deploy.
What do you think is the most secure room that we could put a stranger in?
Airlock?
That's a dangerous room.
I mean, under certain conditions.
Cold storage.
Hmm.
What about the classroom?
I don't know if it's such a great idea to put an unknown in a little a repository of knowledge. Rogue.
Fine. Seems
Cold
like a
storage
terrible
does seem like a
person.
good idea, though. Didn't we?
Yeah,
come
at some
across
point
some sort of
there
cold
was some
room?
sort of cold room at some point.
Maybe it's where I found the old hooch. It may have been. I say that was probably as good a place as any. It wasn't very full. I think I pulled out the last remaining things in it.
And it was not edible. So, let's go and secure it.
Sure, we'll walk over that way. I'll make sure that that there's nothing in there. That maybe if there's a vent, I'll make sure that it's nice and secured.
Road picks through all the boxes, unimpressed with all of it.
Yeah. And then I guess we make our way over to the dome.
At this point, like they're not doing well. They've
Okay.
kind of like pushed down some of their tentacles to like almost as like different pegs to kind of hold them steady. And they're like,
I'd go help them.
But may I have your permission to support you?
this would be appreciated since you are the cause of our discomfort.
Well, technically, I'm not. But I didn't injure you because I was being careful.
Are you not a member of this crew?
I am.
But you yourself individually are not responsible?
For your injuries? No, I am not.
I see.
As we're walking, I send back, is there just one of them?
As far as we know.
Try to make sure.
Also, so I want to try to like get a shoulder under there. I don't know what like the sort of supportive body structure is,
Yeah.
but just offer the support.
Got a bag?
Other than kind of like this like head with you know what? I guess it's sort of similar to like Davy Jones in the Pirates movies,
Sure.
where it's like human body, except like the tentacles are coming down around it that
Sure.
kind of hides it.
It's like
so like
cousin
if you
it with tentacles.
if
Yeah,
you kind of
yeah,
get
yeah.
under there, there's arms and like you can like support him mostly like
Okay.
you would like a human.
Okay.
It's just that the legs are more of a tentacle situation, and then the head's kind of a tentacle
Got it.
situation.
Are the arms like arms, or are they tentacle arms?
with like
They're
hands, kind of hands.
Grabby hands.
Bony
Okay.
or cartilage?
Like more cartilage. Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't seem like they have like bone structure.
Yeah.
So like their arms are sort of modified tentacle type things. That's more like, they're kind of like the squid have those longer, thin ones that have kind of the
Yeah.
graspers on the ends. They don't really grasp at them, but that's how
Yeah.
this thing is.
Yeah.
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 Nolvath, can you ask Jonas to bring, as I'm like sort of hands are full helping this person, I asked Jonas to bring a gurney or hover chair or something to help Evody move.
Yes, that would be wise.
Evody, and so now going into the like, I'm going to all sorts of weird corners of the galaxy. Like, what was your expertise before all of this? What did you do for work?
Oh,
The capitalist model is the only thing a Pyronic can imagine.
Real.
I believe the closest thing you might understand would be a scientist or a researcher.
Interesting. What was your area of study?
mostly the life on our planet.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
You get a message asking they might need a cart of some sort.
Not a comfortable one.
I used the trank darts.
Glad they came in handy. They don't have legs.
There's a lot of legs.
They're all wobbly.
They got a lot of legs, Road.
So many
Well,
legs.
It's got a lot of legs. They've got a lot of legs.
And is this relevant? Do we need to get a lot of footwear? Why is this important?
So many shoes.
I'm just trying to process this as much as you are. Listen, I've been in some pretty up close situations with a lot of different life forms.
I'm aware of your
that way, but-
proclivities.
You get another message that says, we don't like them.
Uh-oh.
Are you okay?
Unclear.
Shit. Okay, and that puts a lot more pep in my. I mean, I was already kind of rushing, but we go grab the cart, and I'm practically like hauling you.
You're
behind
going
me.
so fast, Road gets on the cart, and you
Okay,
get to
all right,
push the cart.
perfect. You're gonna go cart serving, like you're riding the shopping cart at the grocery.
If I have to tag along into the forest, I am not walking in there.
Love it.
Just out of curiosity, what is it that happened that found you in the incarceration of the Inarans?
As I said, they are an unjust people who persecute my species.
I'm sorry if that happened while I was in the restroom.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I forgot you went to that.
Oh, no, but we don't know why. All we know is
Oh.
that they're persecuted, actually. So I'm excited about the question.
Sure, okay.
Because I can't ask it.
They sort of it seems like their eyes can't close their eyes,
Oh,
but
right.
it seems like they're kind of losing focus and consciousness a little bit. Like some of the eyes are a little more dilated than others,
Mm-hmm.
and it sort of seems like their tentacles are kind of like gone limp a little bit. So it seems like they've probably gone unconscious, maybe.
We'll talk later.
Probably in the distance here. We're never going to find them. This forest is enormous, Jonas.
I think I'm already
We sent you
pinging
coordinates.
Yeah, no.
pinging where you are.
He's just complaining.
And I'm gonna say the gurney. It's one of those hover gurney, right?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's not meant for rough terrain necessarily. So I'm gonna have to like power it through over roots.
And Road is
you know.
tall and
There's
very
a person
ugly.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
making it worse.
Road. I think you need to get all of this damn thing.
Oh, well, we have to push it back with something with a lot of legs on it, apparently. Hello?
Over here.
He gets off of it finally.
And when I get there and I see this thing, I look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see the?
Yeah,
Do I
there's
see
probably
the
it looks
spike and
probably
the
like
swelling?
a large bee sting at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's the one point on Nolvath that's not changing color anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Oh.
Okay. I kind of rush over to you and I kind of like, put my hands on. I pull out the sticks and I say, am I gonna need to use these things?
Not yet.
Okay.
Let us know which accommodations room you're going to put them in.
Oh.
We will go visit the med bay.
Okay. I actually kind of like put a hand on you and say, yeah, go do that. We got this.
Lawrence, you have a little, something on your... Yep, close.
It's
You're
blue.
close. It's...
Yeah.
Oh,
There's so much.
and he kind of like turns around and you hear like this weird
Yeah, the
Noise.
horrible noise. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then he kind of comes back around and it's better.
What is your
I think you
face
got it.
split open or
Yeah.
something?
No,
Oh,
it's like the goblin shark
Yeah.
mouth.
I don't know what that looks like.
Like
I'll
they
look
kind
at
of
it
their
later.
jaw is
Distends
usually up inside, but then it kind of the whole jaw comes out
Okay,
and
okay.
forward. Yeah.
Awesome and terrifying.
Yeah, it's perfect. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna just eat.
Before we load
Oh.
them up, Lawrence just reaches up and tucks something into one of the little pockets on the suit.
Okay.
What is that?
Just
Tracker.
a track.
Oh, good idea. All right.
I've met you.
Um,
Oh,
they
you are
still-
in there somewhere.
are they still
Hello,
awake?
Alistair.
hello.
It seems like they're unconscious.
Okay.
Okay, so the thing just Passed
Oh,
out?
yeah.
just
It's sort
being
of
held up
like
by-
slumped
yeah.
over. Yeah,
I'm-
they're
I'm-
holding it up.
Draped.
As I grab it and I start loading it, I say like, "Greetings."
It's
It's
unconscious at the moment.
Oh, you never know with new species sometimes.
They've called themselves Evodi. Evodi.
That's their name, yeah.
By all the houses, Alistair, you are disgusting.
Well, it was bloody when I got here.
And you're dirty.
I apologize.
And there's paint on him.
You got-
The dirt was going to happen. I'm hunting in the forest.
He like has the thought to walk up and clean Alistair, but the closer he gets, the more he sees like there's blood and
Yeah.
there's like dirt and the paint, and he's just like, never mind,
It's
I
just
cannot,
so
I
much.
cannot
Yeah.
solve this.
Too much.
All right, well, listen, I've cleared off one of the rooms. I've cleared off a room that's very near and dear to all of our hearts, I believe. Should be able to hold this Evodi creature.
It's the one that you found the alcohol in earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we cleared it out. Make sure there's nothing else in there that might prove useful.
Out of an abundance of caution, Nolvath types something up on their display real quick
Yeah.
and shows it to you. And they say, we'll send the mini robots or little helper robots to the room to seal all of the entrances.
Mm.
I say, okay.
I don't want them getting out. I don't know how they got out of their cryopod in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want them getting into the air ducts. That's my job.
And the implication, they got out of their pod over 100 years ago,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah,
they've just
it's-
been farting around in here.
Yeah, well, just hiding,
Yeah.
thinking that the Anarans were still running the ship, and
Oh,
here.
Right, because you can't poke your head out to find out what the Anara
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess we hover this of the other sapient species, I assume, into that cold room.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch my death out here. Let's go.
They're unconscious. You're heading to the med bay. I'm probably going to stay and hunt.
Yeah,
we
we
still-
are still short
still
a
gotta
fair
get the
amount of
food.
food.
Yeah.
I'll join you in that effort.
Looks
If
like
you are both staying, look for evidence of their camp and keep an eye out for more of them. We
That's a good
do not
idea.
trust they would
Indeed.
be truthful about how many of them there are.
Is that painful on your shoulder?
It's not fun.
Hmm.
No,
All right.
we've had worse.
There's a little bit of a bigger spot now that isn't changing color, you notice.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed, but other people who look at you are like, wow, they're kind of like the normal Nolvath changey color skin, except that like kind of circle area.
Is it already removed?
Did you take the
I think,
spine
yeah,
out?
Jonas took it out,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
venom is still
I'm
in
gonna
there.
take it with me to the med bay.
yeah. I think once we've got Evodi secured, I'm going to go to the medbay post haste.
Before we fully separate, even though Rode was loath to touch Alistair before he does walk up and like pull one leaf off, just to like show that he
I feel like you pull the leaf off and then it's like, this is a lost cause.
just be careful.
I'm always careful. I'm not hurt.
You certainly look like something very bad happened to you, and if Nolvath can get hit, so could you.
I fell out of a tree. It was my own doing. The worst of what happened was self-inflicted.
Lawrence, please don't let Alistair die in this horrible forest.
I certainly don't intend that.
Wonderful. I'll see you both later with
Anymore.
food.
Fair.
And I suppose you should both keep in mind how we may have an extra mouth to feed, depending
Yes,
on what this
That
does.
is
Oh.
why we need to come back with
What
food.
Evodi's biology is like.
Do you feel confident keeping track of this Evodi for now, or do you want backup?
No, they look like they're down for the count, at least until we get them to that cold room.
Okay, well, let me know if you need backup, and I'll come running.
Copy that, Ranger. I hope you don't find any more of these.
I hope so too.
Or yeah. All right, go wheeling that out.
Bunch of Anaran skeletons.
Yeah, right.
Little
All right.
baby hermit crabs, even worse.
I mean, when was the last time you saw Tavro?
Oh,
They have plot
Yeah,
armor.
no, yeah. They do, 100%. But also, it was like
And
you
it's
see
in the
them every
shape of
day.
a
Like,
Yeah.
creature's skull.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Nolvath has also been like in this forest so
Yeah.
much, and Devoted never
Yeah.
saw them, so
yeah.
they're not stressed about it.
No. I'm gonna like plant that Nolvath is a little stressed that they didn't see Evody either.
Yeah.
Like, there's a
Yeah.
little bit of like, I didn't see you.
Oh yeah, you've been
You didn't
living in
see
the
me.
woods all
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
both
I
of
do.
you are like,
Huh. You weren't exactly quiet either.
It's a big forest.
I
It is a
wonder.
big
Yeah.
forest.
The rest of you
Yeah,
have,
okay, all right,
also
that's fair.
never
2
seen
miles.
Nolvath dislike someone before.
No, it's
Yeah,
very fun, actually.
exactly.
It gives Road full license
Yeah.
to dislike them.
Yeah, it is decidedly notable.
So yeah, I mean, we were able to drop the deer into the room and
Do you think
Close
that
the
someone
door.
should just stand guard?
have you done anything to? Did you put a bed or anything in there?
No. And then
Yeah.
all the hatches were sealed.
I don't want this thing to have. I don't
You
want
can
this.
keep the hover chair.
No, that's mine.
No,
Oh,
no, I don't want this. I don't want the Sidira to have anything that they might be able to use.
Well, we're gonna rewind just slightly.
Sure.
So when you first step out of the biodome, like it's not
Uh-huh.
biodome, but like the biome,
forest. Yeah.
like you step out and the doors close behind you, and immediately the room you're in turns bright red with lights, and some like force fields drop down,
Oh, no.
and then it starts like what must be like the Anaran language, like audio form, which
Yeah.
it's like this strange like you know when like it's almost like a static noise because it also
Yeah.
has like a bit of a 3-dimension to it.
Yeah.
You have
yeah.
no idea what it's saying at all.
I
But
think
it's
we're all
obvious-
right there.
Like
Yeah.
multiple
It's
like
yeah,
vocal organs are saying something at the
exactly.
same time.
Some
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of like what started as an aquatic species,
Yeah.
like became a speaking
You understand
species.
it.
Did you walk with them?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
the three of us
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
together.
So you're all
Yeah,
hearing
I get to go
this,
to the med bay.
the
so.
things go down, and yeah, so the ship has very clearly stopped you.
It's a security protocol. Okay. Damn it. Nolvath, I know you're not in the best shape right now, but can we do something about
What
this?
is the sound?
Yeah, you probably can't understand the language completely yet because you haven't studied the audio version.
Yeah.
But there's like a screen on the thing saying, Yadirin detected, warning, stay where you are,
Okay.
guards will be with you in a moment. Basically like what
Right.
you'd expect from a prisoner who's escaping.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
yeah.
Don't hurt yourself or others. We will take you peacefully.
Yeah.
You will be put back in your cell. That sort of equivalent.
Gotcha.
Please wait to be rearrested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically like the nicest. We're
Place
coming
their
after you.
tentacles
Ever.
upon your head.
Yeah, basically.
All of them.
Can I deactivate the alarm from this terminal, or am I able to like get out? Is there a force field?
Yeah, there's like it's basically like blocked you in.
Okay.
So that's why so you didn't walk with
No,
them.
It's
Lawrence.
just the three
The
of
two
us.
of us are not.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
We're still
trying
in
to
the
finish the hunt.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like again that same like pleasant alarm sound
Mm-hmm.
kind of dings. It's
Yeah.
like if you know it's an alarm, you know it's an alarm, but
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. If you don't, you're like,
Melodic.
oh, that's interesting sounds.
Are we about to die in here?
No, it's a quarantine protocol. Well, if they weren't all frozen, the Anaran guards would be on their way.
But they are frozen.
Is this a terminal or just a screen?
I think it is a terminal. You'd have to do some finagling because it's locked down at this moment because
Yeah.
it's expecting Yadirans to know how to use terminals and the
Yeah.
technology of their planet. But you can start working on it if you need to.
Alternatively, is
Is there a vent?
there a vent nearby?
I mean, it's pretty locked down. It
Yeah,
seems like they
okay.
thought of that. Like
Fair.
it's a squid species. They're probably squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are
Bro.
squishy. So they're like.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of like a box force field that kind of matching the ship's build.
All right. I guess we're interfacing with this computer. Is that access knowledge?
Yep.
Okay.
You all wrote is
And
fruitlessly.
I'll be
banging on
ready
the-
to
on the
I'll
wall.
be ready to help out.
Okay, that is 6, 7, 8.
The skills?
Does no one know how to use the computer account?
Nah, I mean, that's the only reason you're able to try.
I've got biology and physical sciences. That's about it.
Neither one of those.
What was your low roll?
1.
A
Oh.
1. I think I got your back. I'm
Okay.
like, you know what? If there's nothing that we can do on this thing, maybe there's something we can do underneath it. I'll take my vibroblade. I won't turn it on or anything, but I'll see if I can like pry a panel open for you to access.
Okay, so you have to spend a trust to do that.
Yep, I will spend 1 trust. I'm trusted right now. That puts me doubted
Ruh-roh.
because I kind of don't know exactly what I'm doing. Roll any move with event. Oh no, this is not a move. So okay, I got a 5.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. That's an 11.
Hey.
All right, so nice job. You get your trust back.
Thanks,
and
Jonas.
Their conditions.
You get 2 trust, right?
So you access the panel. You you're able to link in. It does like a scan to like confirm that like the Ydurin is not the only being there.
Uh-huh.
You have to kind of finagle with a little bit to accept all of you is like, oh yes, we are
We are
the
supposed to be
escort
here.
supposed to be here, taking the Ydurin.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine. But you do get a warning that you also have a medical issue. And it seems like you've been, the Ydurin must have attacked you and you should seek medical treatment immediately.
We're trying to.
That's,
We're
yeah,
killed
that's
down.
why the stakes are so high for me. The longer that
Yeah.
you're not in the med bay,
Yeah.
the more worried I get.
I'm curious just because Kimmy didn't say, what color does everyone imagine the force field to be?
Oh.
I see it as orange for some reason.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, like kind of
Reddish orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of like fluctuating between
As a
amber and
security alert.
I was
right?
also picturing orange.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. So it's one. And I feel like everything else, like it depends on which force field it is, like what
Right.
color it is.
What's the purpose of it?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
like
it's purple.
yeah, the happy force fields are purple, and like the angry
It
ones are
could be
orange or
green.
red.
the
Yeah,
defensive
Yeah.
ones are one
the
color.
chromatic
sort of-
language gets involved in the
Oh,
in everything.
God, it's color coded.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so the
Congratulations, happy birthday, force field.
The panel to turn on the shields
The
is
cake is
very
mandatory.
complicated. How are you feeling today?
What?
Just turn on the force.
I'm fine. I don't know. I'm getting
Frustrated.
through it.
More anxious.
All right. So
yeah, so the force fields pop up.
okay.
I'm gonna have you mark a condition. Just
Okay.
another good like this is just like time passing as more
Yeah.
and more
Yeah.
of this. And yeah, it's now I don't know, probably like a 6-inch patch or like across
Okay.
diameter
At,
of like your where did it hit you in like your shoulder, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
That's like not changing color like the rest of you.
I think while the two of you are working, Rhodes standing behind Nolvath kind of looks at it. Oh,
What is your neutral skin tone?
It's like kind of a weird pearlescent.
Oh,
Color.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
this doesn't look right.
No. No, it doesn't.
at that point, I'm gonna kind of take a gamble. I'm gonna say, Road, take Nolvath right to the med bay. I will take care of our guest.
Yes, because I definitely know how to work anything in there. Let's go.
Uh,
I just don't want you to feel alone.
do I have to roll forces necessary to shoot the Inar or the Ydurin again with another trank dart? Out of spite.
Point blank.
Yeah.
I don't want them waking up and hurting Jonas.
Stay asleep.
You absolutely do not. It's there. You're putting an injection. It's fine.
But Nova, what if 2 doses could hurt it?
Oh no. Oh no.
Stop it, Jason. You're not DMing right now.
Nova doesn't care. That was the point.
We're so disappointed. Yeah, I think you turn to like help them leave and they're like, 1 second, and they turn around.
Road screams, actually, yeah,
Yeah.
like fully screams.
Just in case. Now we can go.
Is it a yell or like high pitched startle?
Oh, it's a high pitched, undignified scream.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, and with that, I am off to drop this this new inhabitant. It's not so new.
Yeah.
I'm kind of picturing since like Rode was in charge of emptying the room, that it's like everything's just like right outside the door.
Oh, absolutely.
Like there's a pathway to get to the door, but
It's like college move-in
Yeah.
day where all the boxes are like right outside of the door.
yeah,
Yeah, it's really
minimal effort. Like yeah,
absolute. This was manual labor.
Yeah.
You know, this was in the cold room, right?
Yeah.
If there's like a room big enough to be like, or a crate big enough to put this person on, I'll use that as like a bed.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Something
think
like
I'm picturing that. I mean, that's mostly a storage room.
Yeah.
Mostly empty storage. Even when
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
looking for booze that time, it was mostly empty.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
none of these crates are. It might be
It's like
big
a
enough for them to sit on.
series
Okay,
of
close
boxes.
enough. Just
Okay.
put a couple of them together. Just move the body on there, and then pull the hover gurney. Pull the hover gurney out and just make sure that door stays closed.
Okay.
And
Success.
Nolvath does send the little robot guys
Mhm.
to go and like secure the doors and vents just in case.
Yeah, they do the thing. You two are able to catch some things, like
Okay.
some birds and squirrel equivalents.
Yeah, but who catches more?
Both of you roll force as necessary.
This is how you fail again.
Can I add shoot?
Oh,
Yes.
you catch more.
Well, maybe. Oh, my dice don't hate me anymore.
Okay.
Okay, it's 13.
Okay.
I mean, I got a 3 plus my stuff, but that's still not-
Mark experience.
Yay!
So yeah, you boom, you catch we'll say 3 birds and 2 squirrelish things.
Sure, yeah.
And they're actually more like opossums kind of.
Mhm.
That's a little bit more what it's like.
Yeah.
And you get to pick. You got 6 minus, so you were shaker ninja, so you get to mark 2 conditions.
I'll be a little insecure about that.
You know what we're gonna say? You're starting to feel a little like hot.
Oh no.
I was allergic to this thing?
I don't think you're allergic. I think they're poisonous as well as venomous.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds
you
right.
licked the frog.
Yeah, you took a bite of the.
I was gonna say it's probably because like the smell. I just can't get it out of my.
Yeah, no, I think
No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
that makes sense for
Yeah,
the creature.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'll mark a little bit afraid.
Just a little bit, like you just like check the box a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't think he's.
That's a joke. You can't do that. You have to mark it or not. Like
It's marked,
yeah.
but story purpose wise,
Yeah.
I don't think he's like
No.
terrified.
No.
No.
He's like, I should probably seek some help for
Yeah.
this problem, but I need to keep hunting.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you end up with I feel like you've got nothing.
That's
Like,
fair.
I feel like you've got 5 things.
Yeah, and when we
You
meet
got,
up,
yeah,
and like, does he look bad?
very clear. Little, because you're an experienced, like you can look at him. It's sort of like if you looked at a predator
Yeah,
and it was sort of like not able to focus completely. Like you're
Right.
like, oh, that's a sick tiger or whatever
And I
it is.
have fought
You're
the
a sick-
genie.
Yeah.
Before,
So yeah, you tell like there's definitely something like off,
Huh.
and it's not
Lawrence,
healthy.
did you find a rabbit?
No,
You look terrible.
I believe that our new guest is somewhat toxic,
Oh, not to be eaten.
sadly. They
Raw.
were delicious.
Raw, at least.
Yeah, there are things we could do to perhaps season them properly.
I mean, cooking denatures most poisons. Wait, I'm not suggesting we eat them. I'm just speaking.
In the event of a ship-wide emergency, it's an option.
Well, anyway,
And I think like Lawrence is probably like slurring a little bit.
yeah,
Like he's kind of
its jaws hanging out
a little bit. Yeah. I feel like it's a little.
Okay, I think you should probably go have a lie down. And
Yeah, I don't think I can hunt anymore.
yeah, that's you go rest.
All right.
Maybe you should visit the med bay.
It's probably not a bad idea.
I don't know if it'll know what to do with you, but
It'll know what to do about this particular type of poison.
yeah. it will certainly, and how it might affect you. All right. Now, once we separate, I'm vexed with a real quandary. I want to show Road how much I caught, but showing up to Road with 5 dead animals hanging off of me is maybe not the win that I want it to be.
You don't know.
That's a perplexing issue.
Meanwhile, he has not stopped talking about Alistair. we're in the med bay, and he's just been like little things here and there, just like, I can't believe it fell out of the tree. I can't. He's been gone all day. Can't believe we don't have any food. I hope Alistair can actually catch things like he said he can. Has not stopped talking about him.
I think in the midst of your like little kind of surface level like anecdotes and like comments about Alistair, Nolvath just turns to you and goes, do Pyronans mate for life?
Fascinating question. You see, some do. Certainly my parents have. Which is a very long time. But, you know, I've known a few here and there that have paired off and decoupled after some time. I'm sure that my siblings' partner, well, they're a Pyronan and their partner is not, so that will only last so long.
Oh, is that frowned upon?
Oh, very much so.
Wait,
Fascinating.
is what frowned?
Pyronans with non-Pyronans.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Why?
Oh, we were simply curious. We recall when we were in the hotel, and you made some comment about it being not unusual to have several bed partners when Jonas was describing the size of the bed. So we were curious if Pyronans paired or septupled or whatever, but for life.
We have many family structures, but it is very common, at least from my family, for it to be a single pairing of 2 adults. Just because that's how it's been done in my family. I don't know. My parents are very traditional. But, my parents are also dreadful.
Well, that doesn't mean that pairing for life has to be dreadful. You seem quite happy with Alistair.
Ooh. This is my point. He just said, just out of the blue, that he found the love of his life, and, well, he said it to all of you.
Has he not said that to you before?
No!
Perhaps without words, but actions?
Yes, but what if I want both?
Well, it seems like he's willing to give you both if he told all of us.
It's not the same. I don't know how grand romantic gestures work in your world, but Pyronans are very intimate.
We think you mean that in a different way.
This word doesn't mean what you think it means.
Yes, but we can't inhabit each other's minds, so it's very different.
Oh, yes. Interesting.
You know, it's... Alistair's the first person I've ever met that I could, you know, speak what's going on outside of the actual, you know, city planning and what my actual job is.
Yes, things you actually care about, things about you.
And in Pyronan culture, you only do that with the people you're closest with.
You do that with us.
Well, that's because you're all my friends. We've gone over this. I actually like you all. Which is why I need you to live and stop getting shot by whatever that is.
Well, technically this was Alistair's fault. Bus.
Yeah, underside this bus looks great. Everything checks out.
You know, I wouldn't be mad if you took it out of his hide, as long as you leave the rest of him for me.
We do have one more paintball with his name on it.
I love that I 3D printed the paintballs and actually put my name like property of Alistair.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Designed in space by Alistair.
By
Yeah,
Alistair
yeah.
on the Amber Star. I have no idea how this system works.
Oh, the medbay? We do. That's okay.
I also don't know how all this other stuff works, so.
Well, if you're the love of his life, you seem to be doing something right so far.
I want him to say it to my face.
We want that for you as well.
Good, he has to survive hunting first. I won't say it on an empty stomach.
All right. You two are headed to the med bay, right?
Are you coming with me? Or
No,
are you
no,
going
you're
somewhere
going to the
else?
med
Okay.
bay. I wanted to go. I think actually I'm going to go check on. Oh my God.
Oh, Jonas.
Jonas. I'm just thinking like lieutenant, pilot, hotshot. Come on, words.
Either is fine, really.
Just to check, like securing the prisoner, and also I could show off to Jonas like how much I hunted, and one, he'll probably think it's cool and not be grossed out by it.
Yeah.
So, and I want to check on the security of the prisoner.
Okay.
So, yeah, catch up to Jonas. Are you just like outside the?
I was
room, or-
actually. I think at this point, by the time you're done hunting, I will have secured the new passenger, and we'll cross paths like down the corridor.
Okay.
I'll run the corner. I'll be like, "Whoa, Ranger!
Hey.
Those actually look like they could be appetizing."
I mean, the computer indicated they may be edible for us, so we'll have to run it through the rest of the database and see. But it
As
was
long as they'll last us the week.
a successful trip anyway.
Did you come across any more of
No indication. I
tentacle friend?
didn't find their living quarters or whatever they had, a cave or something.
All right. Well,
Hard to imagine living in a cave in those woods, but
Who would do such a thing?
yeah.
not as hard as you think it would be. Actually, there's a little twinkle in my eye.
All right. Well, yeah.
But in any case, we should over the course of the next couple of hours, we should do some sensor sweeps through that biome and make sure that we don't have any more surprises. We don't stumble onto any more surprises.
And Ivodi's room is secure. It's
Yeah,
locked,
about
and
as-
they're okay.
Yeah, about as secure as it's going to be. Nolvath sent their little minions off to help secure the room. I feel confident in that.
Good. I should probably clean and dress these, but I wanted to ask you a little. I was thinking about something well, over a period of time, but particularly I had some time to myself today. So,
Of course.
well, first of all, do you? I know you have a set of tools. I remember your locker area had some equipment.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that might render this down to liquid form?
You ready to part with that, huh?
Ready to turn it into something else.
Oh, I suppose sometimes we do have to transform ourselves and our things for something better to come out. Yeah, I do have something that'll do the job just fine.
Also, I remember back when we were with your compatriots and they were talking about the people they had waiting for them at home or hoped were waiting for them and all of that sort of thing. I remember they said, that most humans pair 1-to-1 sort of a situation.
There is still that tradition. That tradition still lives on and lives healthily. But it is not always the case.
Well, sure. Many possible arrangements and what
Many.
It also depends on like where they grew up too now. 'cause,
Sure,
like
yeah. Exactly.
humanity is spread out so far.
Yeah.
But that's sort of like especially among other species, that's kind of like we just assume this about humans.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
stereotype of
Yeah, yeah.
human.
Yeah, exactly.
I always found it sort of romantically inspiring that I think they said they carry each other, right? They would get carried.
I mean, yeah, literally, figuratively, sure. Depends on the circumstance, but yeah. General idea is that you end up choosing to make someone special in your life, and you share everything together, good or ill. Hopefully, good.
That is similar to some of the contractual arrangements that we have set up as well. However, I'm not going to have. We can keep this just between you and I, right?
Of course.
Well, you already know well, I'm relinquishing my commission. That also means I won't have access to any of the diplomatic channels or official requests and that type of thing, which means I need to make up my own homemade version of a traditional contract that well, I thought maybe I could prepare it in your workshop where I can keep it to myself for now.
Alistair, it would be an honor for me to be able to help you out with this. I'll make sure that you get some time in there. I'll set a little something up for you. There's another chamber, there are a couple of chambers adjacent to the garage that are tucked well away enough and don't have much reason for, say, a particular someone to go into. It's a little rough around the edges, a little less kept. So I don't think it would attract any attention.
Sure, or at least not the right people.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate the help. It's it shouldn't take terribly long, but I really appreciate the assistance.
Funny you should say it shouldn't take terribly long. With this new development, I mean, actually, you probably didn't hear those alarms. You're probably in the forest and like hunting.
Oh yeah. I don't think we're aware of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill you in on that.
Okay.
When three of us stepped outside of that biome, the ship started to lock us into a security protocol.
Oh.
Fields went up. We were told that a dangerous life form had been detected.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay.
And so I believe our situation here on the Amber Star has become a little more complicated.
And it wasn't particularly simple before.
Precisely. So, whatever feelings you have, whatever thoughts you have, I do recommend you act on them sooner than later.
It's funny. So many of our people, Pyronans, they have ages and ages to think about these sort of things. Like a lot of the dramatic productions from humans, everything is urgent and important and has to happen right away. the fleeting lives are, it's fascinating, it's inspiring. I'm not accustomed, even imagining that I might have to rush something like this is alien to me.
No, I get that.
But I think it's good advice, so thank you.
You always think you have more time than you may have. And at that, I'll actually pull the picture that I keep in my pocket with that portion burnt off.
Yeah.
And I'll just, kind of put it in front of you. And I'll say, I thought that Esmeralda and I were going to have all the time in the world. Sometimes that still keeps me up at night. And that's when the bad habits catch up with me.
Thank you for sharing that name with me. I remember seeing that photo, but I didn't want to ask.
I think I'm coming to terms with all of it. Sometimes it takes somebody to help you along.
I understand.
Come on, let's go check on everybody at the med bay.
Yeah.
I hope that Nolvath is doing all right.
Lawrence, give me a roll plus body.
Uh-oh.
9.
Okay. You barely make it to the med bay.
Okay.
You go staggering in, kind of at the tail end of your conversation.
I'm not drunk, you're drunk.
Yeah. Suddenly the door slides open, and it's past drunk now. You look like you're about to pass out. Like it's like
Sure,
someone
yeah.
stumbles into the ER. It's like in a you know
I've actively
drama.
lost the ability to control my jaw.
Yeah, but it's not.
Like-
yeah, it's just like hanging loose.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
not
mean.
even like just distended. It's just like. Yeah, and you kind of do like a dramatic kind of tumble. You're not unconscious yet, but you've lost kind of facility, your ability to control your limbs and things like that. It's sort of like it's basically numbed your nerves in a way.
Sure.
That makes it kind of difficult to control yourself.
Oh no, not another one. Did he get out?
No,
Oh, no.
Poison. That's
I think over your shoulder, though, like, while kind of trying to reach out and support you, Lawrence, I think he sees Alistair, and you just get you.
Those were like following.
the original bite poison. Poison.
If we're
My mouth.
if we walk in on this scene and I catch any of those words, I kind of snap into like field duty, and I'm like, all right, let's prepare 2 of these bays, and start like grabbing you, Lawrence, and hauling you to one of those.
So tasty.
Is any part of the numbness feeling good?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like I think it feels like the detachment of mind from body.
Yeah.
Like
It's not
anesthesia
painful.
gone wrong. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the like.
It's certainly not blissful.
You're
or
now
anything.
getting your wisdom teeth pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sort of inspired by like the creatures in the ocean who kind of like dart fish with, and stuff, and then they
Yeah.
kind of
Follow them.
they're not dead yet, but then
It's
they just get them.
paralyzing.
Yeah. The moment that Rhoda's not even pretending to support Lawrence anymore, though, he goes straight for Alistair.
Okay.
Dead animals and all.
Look.
You get pushed into the hallway.
Oh, all right.
While we were having our conversation, Nolvath is
Yes,
like working
I
on
figured.
please fix my arm in the med bay. So am I like finished with that yet by the time Lawrence staggers in?
Yeah, it seems like the med bay is very familiar with how to deal with this toxin.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sort of treats you, and at least for the Anarans, it says that the coloring should be like the changing should return like fairly soon, in a day or two.
Okay.
However, you're not sure if that's going to apply to you because the Anarans are covered with the exoskeleton.
Yes.
So it will probably have a longer effect. You're not exactly sure what will happen with your much squishier build.
Yeah.
Camouflage everywhere except for a 6-inch radius
Yeah.
right here.
Don't worry, I have an
It's
idea
going
for
to
that.
be easier to find you.
Maybe.
You and Rhoda are so perfect for each other. Like the only thing you could think of in this situation is like me.
Upper hand?
Yup.
Upper hand.
Advantage. Look,
Pyronans are
I
predators. I get it.
Yes.
Kai wrote the assignment on Pyronin, and I understand it.
You do. Yeah, it's great.
All right. While they're getting Lawrence dumped on top of a gurney and all these things, you got dragged into the hallway. You're covered with dead things, and he doesn't look very happy.
And he genuinely like touches you despite all of the
yeah.
gross and all of the everything.
That makes your brain scream danger.
Actually, I'm kind of think like he's thinking, "Oh, we're gonna make out." That's weird, but like you're gonna like push him up against the wall. You know, like
You
"Ooh,
do
okay,
you do get pushed against the wall in the
Yeah.
hallway. The door closes.
and then it doesn't go the way.
No, it doesn't go the
No,
way you
I
want.
think Also, Rhode's description was you.
You.
Sure. I mean, I could see that going either way.
True.
Okay.
You didn't even put it in writing.
What?
You said to everyone that you've met the love of your life.
Oh.
Yes,
It's going to be a
confront.
confront. So you
Yes.
need to mark a condition.
This is definitely a confront.
Yes. So you have instigated, so you mark a condition that represents how you feel and describe how it influences your approach.
So deeply insecure.
Amazing.
Am I just supposed to, what, take you at your word and that's it? You're just going to say it so that everyone can hear it, and you're not going to put it in writing, you're not going to make it any kind of formal declaration, you're just going to say it.
Is it okay if I speak?
Yes.
When I resigned my commission, I lost the ability to make formal announcements. Yes, I could have written it to you, but these things are announced publicly for a reason. They're put into the public record. And we don't have access to the public record that matters anymore. We just have us. And I also didn't want to put you in a position where you were forced to answer one way or the other because I wasn't ready to accept either answer.
So you just declared it.
I declared my feeling without any responsibility for you to reciprocate, was my intention.
What a fascinating approach, Ranger.
It's Ranger again? I see.
You're right. We don't have access to the public record. I can no longer have proper things drafted up. And it just seems very incomplete without all of those other things, doesn't it?
It does. In the way that sleeping in a tent and a sleeping bag, you do know what those are.
I've seen them.
Yes, they're inconvenient and incomplete and temporary.
So you're saying you're making a declaration to, legally speaking, a dead man. Like one would speak a eulogy at my funeral.
I'm saying I care about you more than I've cared about anyone, and I don't know how to deal with this. I wasn't even allowed to care about someone this much.
We're not supposed to. But... And he pulls on one of the dead birds that I imagine just like hanging around your neck.
Yeah. This, like, the possums are around the waist and the birds are over the chest and, you know.
And he fully touches it.
Oh.
Maybe touches you a little bit. But pulls on the bird a little. Mutual security, right? That's what all of that paperwork and declarations and all of that is for.
Yes, and always the hope of affection and care.
My parents don't have that. Don't be ridiculous.
Not everyone gets it, but wouldn't it be fun to start with that?
What if we skip all the other things? And it's like the words just escape him without him like fully even thinking it through.
Some traditions are fun to keep, but I think we get to decide which ones we keep.
Maybe we keep some of them. I like the formal declarations.
I do too. But it's no fun if no one else sees it.
Put it in writing, Alistair.
Give me some time.
And go clean up. I want to kiss you, but you're covered in dead things.
I'm gonna do the like chase you a little bit, like, oh, I'm gonna kiss you.
Just like, no!
That's all right.
Amazing.
The holding up a bird.
Yeah. This is flirting. This is flirting, everyone.
Give us a kiss.
Dead bird.
All right. Awesome. So yeah, you are now being treated. And again, it's like
Should we resolve the
sort of like.
confront?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like you reached.
Oh, right.
senses.
The confront.
Yeah. There were
Yeah, you-
mechanics.
Yeah, you get to decide. Alistair, it feels like you got to consensus. I'm just gonna guess.
Yeah. Not a tolerable stalemate, not
Okay.
rejection.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Consensus.
So you get to mark a condition, Alistair, and then you get to clear a condition, Road, and you earn a trust.
Marks a condition, but earns a trust. I
Yeah,
can't
and-
earn any more trust,
Okay.
but I will mark a condition of guilty.
Perfect. All right. So now, thank you
Yeah.
for reminding us. You're getting like the equivalent of, like future dialysis, where like your blood is being put through a process that seems to be pulling the poison from it, and then you're put back, and it's put back in you. It's not like a big giant. It's very like it takes you a minute to realize that's what's happening, and you're like, oh, okay, and it seems to be doing a good job because you're still alive. So
Yeah.
the
I'm always a little worried that it's going to mistake me for giant crab man.
I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like
Burn.
if it does think that, then you're close enough.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll see, but maybe it is able to,
They
modify itself
A
further.
cosmopolitan species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't a monolith, and they weren't
Yeah.
wiping out other species, and
I mean,
as far as we know.
Yeah, I would not
Yeah,
put
dear-
any of you in a Virginian health bay.
yeah,
The
according
Yudiran
to
are
the
yeah.
the Yudirans, like no, they were wiping out other species.
Yeah. They definitely have indicated that.
All right. So yeah, you
Did we clear any conditions for the healing?
you're gonna have to clear those through.
Okay.
Normal
Through connections.
Got it.
Your bodies are healed. You still have feelings about it.
Mm,
That's
Yeah.
the vibe.
That's fair.
that's real.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right.
Once Lawrence seems like he's set up okay in the med bay and is like getting his blood vacuumed real good, I would like to use the computer system to look up this asshole.
What's the rap sheet say?
Yes. So we are actually like you access the thing, and it seems like this is, like encrypted. Like this is like
Oh.
private information.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That isn't available just to anyone on the ship.
Okay.
So you can see like when you're looking at like the manifest, like they are included on the manifest, but their personal information is sort of is
Gotcha.
confidential.
Okay. Is there a list of senior officers who might have access to that information?
No.
You can tell the rank of them, so yes.
Yeah. Where are their pods at?
Open up some pods.
Amazing.
Oh god.
What you do is look under their keyboards for a post-it note.
Yeah, there you go.
Before you get too far on this, I'm gonna come
looking
up
at
to you.
information.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it
come-
gives you the locations of their pods.
Okay.
I'm gonna come up to you, put just a hand gently on you, and I'm gonna say, "Are you all right? I have never seen you this fired up before."
They were extremely rude. And seemed entirely too pleased to learn that the Inarans were not in charge of the ship. And when we asserted that we are in charge of the ship, they replied, "As long as you can keep it."
I see. I wish I was there to go through all that, hear all that with you, but if the ship reacted the way it did, and you're reacting the way you are now, then this does seem like trouble.
They have asserted that the Anarans persecuted their species, and that is why they were incarcerated. When Alistair asked what their profession was, they claimed to be a scientific researcher in the field of life forms on their planet. But there is a hostility to their attitude that does not make us trust them.
I believe you.
They seem opportunistic.
Well, and I'm sure that is something that we can probably ascertain. I mean, you did find that classroom. Hopefully, there will be some knowledge we can pull up to confirm our feelings about this.
That is a good idea. The records specifically about the prisoners are locked. We would need access from some of the senior officers of the ship.
Now, Nolvath, that would mean bringing one of them back.
It would.
Do you think now's the time and the place?
We would prefer to wait until our and their safety is more assured. This Ydiran is extremely dangerous. They're poisonous, venomous, not exactly friendly. Where we come a threat like that, you need to take whatever advantages you have.
Well, I look over at you recovering in your your bay, and then I look at that spot of yours that isn't changing color, and I say, yeah, if our new traveling companion was able to do all of that in the span of a few seconds, yeah, I do believe we should do something about it. I just have the Namilid ever been at war with anything?
Not on our own turf.
Hmm.
Some of our individuals, when venturing out, have encountered hostility, certainly, but not in large scale. Solara is not a planet you would like to infiltrate.
Well, is this something that you have felt before there? This sense of urgency, this sense of danger from this Ydiran?
A few times from other sentient species, largely from the very many things that will eat you on our planet. But only a few times in another intelligent being.
Well, I just want you to know I trust you. Whatever you think, however you think we should deal with this individual, I'll
We would like
support
to
you as
see
best.
what information we can dig up on the Ydirans from the computer system. Perhaps the school history logs will have something as well. Something less locked down.
Perhaps there's just been something that's been gnawing at me this entire time. If Benson and the rest of the Anari found it worth their while to save these folks, keep them alive, I don't know. Maybe there's something to that. If anything, I would hate to have to take any kind of further hostile actions on them. At the very least, maybe we could show them the moiety and the comforts of another cryo tube.
That is certainly an option.
I'd also like to point out, Jonas, I don't know if it would occur to you, but they've been there for thousands of years.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
their sentence?
Yeah. Also,
Was it thousands of years, or have they served their time?
Yeah, and also like this one seems pretty healthy. Like
How long do they
more,
live?
yeah, exactly. Certainly not as aged as Ernson, as our elder friend. Well, in any case, I'll make sure that holding chamber is secure.
If
I
you're
suppose.
if you were able to do some scans of the ship to make sure we don't have any other unfrozen potential friends running around.
Yeah, I was
might be
talking to
wise.
Alistair about that too. At the very least, we're gonna do scans of the forest. If not, I may want to delve deeper into the Amber Star. Make sure that we don't have any more surprises or cryopods that are failing.
Yes, we are extremely curious how they got from presumably a cryopod into the forest. We could, of course, be wrong in our estimation of them. Lawrence did attack them first, which could explain some of their hostility. And if their words are true about how the Anarans treated them, then we should take that into consideration.
Of course.
But in the event that we do not ever make it back to the hive, all of our family is on this ship. And if it comes to choosing between your safety or theirs, we will not hesitate.
I if it's all right with you, I'll like one of my hands kind of strokes your, how you have the kelp like grow what would you call that?
Tentacle hair?
Sure,
situation?
yeah.
A mane
you know,
of
going-
something.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of
Mane,
just
yeah.
stroke them gently. And I'd like to plant a kiss on your lips. If that's all right.
Oh yeah, they return it.
And I say, yeah, I feel the same way. I need to go talk to Alistair and maybe make something more of a plan. Maybe make more of a plan for securing other areas of this ship in case anything does happen. Are you gonna be okay?
Yes. We have some research to do ahead of us, but after that, if it's all right with you, we would like to spend some time together. We want to do that anyway, but there's also some frustration we could work out if you're amenable.
A smile curls up on my lip. I pull up my wrist communicator and I flash that color again. You're incredible.
Aww.
And then I walk away. I turn around, walk away. Kind of like linger on you for a little bit, and then
You see these two chasing each other in the hallway.
Yeah.
yeah.
Those
I probably like after you walk off, I probably say something like, "Right? How frustrating is it that in like 2 weeks I find 2 species I can't eat?
Apex predator right here.
Insanity!"
I mean, you can't eat one and you may not eat the other.
Yeah.
I mean, a bad reaction to 2 different things.
Oh, the
Oh,
rabbit.
yeah.
I forgot. I thought you were talking about the Anaran. Yeah,
No,
you're
no.
right. No, yeah, you definitely can't eat the
Right.
rabbits.
That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah.
I think Nolvath turns to you and looks pensive for a minute and goes, Lawrence, how does your species blow off steam?
I think that the galaxy is fairly familiar with that.
Terrifying.
No other ways than devouring, and in the not fun way.
I'm in general, no.
Curious.
I mean, most of us. Luckily, I was in an infiltrator, so I didn't have to stay on the troop ships. But I got to spend time among other species, and it was often fun to. Well, never mind.
Those of you whose species have like really good hearing.
Yeah, I think we're descended from predator birds or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not right now. Sorry.
No,
Jonas, you're
it's all
here.
good.
Humans, yeah.
Yep, no worries.
I know exactly how good your hearing is. No.
Yeah. I don't have that feat.
Yeah. You hear, like it's kind of like echoing. It's not coming through the air. You hear it more like vibrating like through the metals of the ship. Like these high frequency like sonar pings almost. So and it's like what you heard a little bit when the Yadiran was attacked and it sent out that blast.
Oh.
So it seems like it's woken up and it's really upset or trying to get help or
It's
something.
like yelling or something.
Yeah, it's like it's doing its equivalent of yelling, which has that sonar component, which is kind of bashing
Okay.
into the walls. So and it doesn't sound like attacking. It's that same thing it did when it was like being attacked, whether it's shouting for help or afraid or something.
Every single one of them makes the like little remnants of Rhodes' feathers just kind of like flex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
actually.
like it.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, Road, neither you nor I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we don't know what that is.
Yeah.
The
that has to stop. What is that?
the being that we brought, it's like a distress noise,
So it's calling something.
or wants our attention or something.
Oh,
I don't know. I didn't realize it could transmit this far. This is quite. We're a long ways from the brig, right?
Well, they've kind of taken over most of one section.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff's in fairly close proximity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to walk 15 miles to go to the next thing.
No.
Yeah.
So you're compared, like, on the scale of the Amber Star, you were very close.
Yeah.
But
So-
at the same time, it's still kind of vibrating through the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, it's like a fairly large, like, building space.
And Jonas, you
Okay.
can see the like the regulation of it because it's just like every so often it's just like a little cut feather end just kind of pops up out of Rhodes'
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna. So Alistair like rubs his
Yeah.
hands on his pants and just tries to like smooth the feather down.
Actually, and I'm not getting this. I'm
No.
like at
No,
all.
you know
yeah.
it.
And I am going to have to ask. All right, what's going on?
that
There's-
creature
Seems to be a little
Yeah.
something going
is
on here.
shouting from its brig or
That's the shouting?
yeah. I don't know. It's
No, this has to stop. And he's gonna like
a
push up
very
his sleeves
strange-
and start storming that direction.
I don't, Jonas, it's a strange noise. It's hard to describe that I don't think your ears will perceive.
I suppose I could be grateful for that. Do you have a sidearm on you?
Always.
Okay, fantastic. I think you may need another one.
Okay.
So you're storming off.
Road is
the
going
direction.
towards
Yes.
the cell.
You're preparing, and
I'm
we're actually
going-
going to
well-
stop there for tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I knew it too.
Darn it.
So,
Yeah.
Done, but
So,
okay,
yeah.
all right.
So you get to pick up next time with Road already striding off as fast as he can go. The
As
two of
long
you
as,
kind of
like-
like being practical quickly behind them. And
Road.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nolvath. We'll see what Nolvath's reaction to this sound is.
Yeah.
And Lawrence is slowly being decontaminated.
I'll be fine eventually.
So we're
Probably
poisonous,
very hungry.
toxic, venomous, socially toxic person.
Yeah.
We do have one bit of housekeeping before we end for tonight.
Oh yeah.
So at this last weekend at the con, our amazing mod James V brought
I thought you were
gifts.
going to say personal directives.
Yeah, there's that too.
okay.
There's that too.
Housekeeping.
Okay, let's do personal directives and then we'll do the
Oh,
gift.
okay. Okay. Then the big
Once
finale.
again,
We have a big
I
finale.
forgot about.
I was gonna remind you. I was ready.
And it sounded like I remembered, and then I did.
Yeah.
All right, personal directives. Did anybody meet their personal directives?
I think I did.
Okay, let's start with
Not this
Nolvath.
week.
I did mine twice. Jump scare, Alistair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Done.
Perfect. All right. Rude.
Confront Alistair, in quotes, love of my life.
Nice.
Amazing.
I really thought that would just float out there
Nope.
and be ignored. Okay, so I think I surprised Nolvath when I opened the vent. I didn't do it on purpose, but it doesn't say on purpose here. It says
No.
surprise Nolvath.
Yeah.
I surprised you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm taking
I did
it.
not expect you to open the door.
Okay,
I also counted that as a jump scare because you weren't expecting me to be in there.
yes, that's fine. We scared each other, but I got the upper hand.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Mark XP for hitting it?
It's on the end of session moves. So it
Marcus,
depends on what you
couple of
thought was the
choices.
best. Yeah, there's choices. So
Oh,
you can
that's right.
Trust
right.
or XP.
Yeah,
Oh,
based on what it is.
I was about to, but then somebody ended the session. So
Oh, okay, sorry. You can save it for next
I
time.
know. Yeah.
And Lawrence, okay.
Wild miss.
Okay. You didn't get poisoned by eating a squid person on your.
It wasn't really on the dance card
Okay,
tonight,
yeah.
but
Maybe
sometimes
next
you show
time.
up and
Now
look
you
who's there to
know.
dance.
Now you know what the next personal directive is.
All right. Now back to the other housekeeping. Thank you
Yes.
very much for reminding. So we were at a convention this last week, and our amazing mod James B brought some gifts. Dave was unable to be at the con, but at the last minute, so we are delivering Dave's gift that was made by brought by James B.
Yes.
So you're opening it.
I'm doing it live.
Yeah.
Dave the diver.
It's a
Straight from the blue hole.
unboxing.
There's green wrapping.
Yep.
It's like Christmas. Everybody's watching me.
Don't screw this up, Dave.
Oh,
So James made this.
Yes.
Oh my god!
awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is so rad.
Printed and painted.
Yeah,
Holy
it is a.
crap.
Yeah.
So
Those of you
cool.
listening to the podcast,
It
it is a
actually
printed,
Dave
a
the
3D
Diver.
printed Dave the Diver from the game that has been printed by James and then also painted by
Aw.
James.
That's so cool.
Wow,
That is
James,
awesome.
that rocks.
Really cool.
Thank you,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That is so rad.
It's amazing looking. It's so good.
Yeah, it looks really
Also,
good.
Dave.
And it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what, like 6 inches tall. Like it's
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
not insignificant.
yeah. That's not like a little D&D mini.
The mask is
Yeah.
even shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
I
is
love
super cool.
him.
Really
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aw.
And because Dave has recently completed Dave the Diver.
A
Yes.
multi-year saga in
Yeah.
the blue
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
All of the hours in so much. But thank you. I appreciate it, man. And I'm very sorry I missed you at the con. We will definitely catch up with the next time.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
promise.
All right. Thank you for joining us for session number 13 of Outrunners, a Starscape actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. Thank you to our chat mod, James B, for your amazing hard work and the awesome presents.
Mhm.
Amazing. Thank you to our amazing Patreons who keep us ad-free and independent. It's because of you we can play whatever we want and have a blast, and we really appreciate it, especially today when it was 105 in LA, and we're running the air conditioning in the studio.
Yes.
We love you. Thank
Yes,
you
thank
for
you.
our air conditioning.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mini fridge is also great, but air conditioning today
Okay,
is
but
worth
mini
more.
fridge full of water is also very
Also
good.
very
Yeah,
important.
this is
Yes.
very true.
Listen, it's 10 p.m. and 88 degrees still.
Yeah.
So
That's better than it was like yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like in the
Slowly dipping.
90s.
Yeah.
It was
Late at night yesterday.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, Patreons, you were the best. Let's go around and reintroduce ourselves. Let's start with Jason this time in the middle.
Whoa,
randomly.
okay.
So I made eye contact with the teacher.
Yeah, you did.
My name's Jason. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay. I stream there Mondays, not today, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the most part. Some video games and nonsense. So that's what I'm up to.
Cool. Let's go this direction.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on.
That's
one
the part I was
second.
worried about.
Yeah.
I gotta get my notes
Do I
up.
get it? No, okay. Hi everybody. I am Jay, and I play Jonas, who went into a little bit of panic mode today, but we'll see what happens next
See
week.
where that
It
goes
was
next
cool
time.
though.
Yeah, I know it. You can find me on Instagram at Transplantation and at JAfrica, pretty much everywhere else in the socials. I recently released a couple of new D&D Adventures League adventures. The first one is called This One is for the Liches. It is a tier 3 adventure. And the other one is called The War of Dragons. That one's tier 4, so if you want some higher level D&D play, there are a couple of modules for you to look at. They are actually conclusions to a couple of 2-part series. Find them on the Dungeon Masters Guild. And beyond that, I've got a few more adventures that I'm working on that'll hopefully be dropping over the next month or two.
Nice.
Awesome. Hi everybody, I'm CADave. Thank you again, dude. This is so rad. I'm so excited to take it home. Tomorrow will be the first stream on the new game. Gonna get into doing some of the Star Trek. I know Jason got a little head start on me, but I played a little bit, so I won't make a complete fool of myself on stream for the very first time, just crashing into everything.
You might
but-
do that anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's entirely plausible. So tomorrow you'll see me on Twitch at CA Sith Lord, starting to stream space trucking adventure, wearing a hat from the road trip, the new one of
I'm
the.
so
Oh,
jealous
nice.
of your trucker hat
Yeah, I've
game.
got so many, so many.
I have none.
literally it got to the point where my wife was like, "Where are you gonna put that hat?" And I'm like, "The hats are very small. I
Yeah,
can fit
you can
any in
stack
the
'em.
bag."
Yeah.
Compact,
Yeah.
Stackable. Put a hat on a hat.
Yeah,
But just think how many hats that means he has.
Yeah.
I have multiple boxes of hats, so I don't see the
Yeah,
problem.
this is
Yeah,
fine.
It's the after 7,500 miles, the next stopping and going, "I need another hat."
I
Yeah.
legit thought you were gonna say 7,500 hats.
That is what you
That's
stop.
just angry.
That might be too many.
Imelda
That might be too many.
Her right now.
Oh yeah, no. That would be like, I don't have billionaire hat money.
Yeah, like 100
What
hats.
kind of hat money are we talking about
Yeah.
here?
100 hats would be too many.
Yeah, that'd be a
Oh.
lot.
Uh-oh.
Well, I said what I
I
thought.
think if I added them all up, maybe I'm there, but
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, from one trip?
No.
Okay.
I decided a long time ago that getting hats, I can hang a hat on the wall, and it's like a souvenir that I get to see.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
And
it's a
I kind of
keepsake.
cycle through,
Yeah.
and you can't ever outgrow or lose weight or gain weight
Yeah.
out of a hat. Well, you can, but that's
Sure.
You don't have to
That's
wash them
massive.
that often.
right.
Yep.
They can just kind of be,
It's
and they can pass on to kids later on.
Sure.
You know, they can still have hats and wear them, whether they're
Yeah.
a boy or a girl or whatever. They can just have a hat.
Hats will always be
So-
good.
I like you've got like this multi-generational plan for
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
souvenirs.
Yeah.
If the kid enjoyed a particular trip, they get the hat or something.
Right?
like that.
Yeah.
I love
That's,
that.
that's cool. That's
That's
cool.
right.
I dig it.
So that's the whole hat idea.
Amazing.
But yeah, so we'll get started tomorrow, and I don't know what hat I'm going to pull out. I'm going to reach in the bag and see what's up.
And for those of you from the future, that is Tuesday, September 10th. Is
Tuesday,
tomorrow.
yes. At probably like 6-ish. Stream for
AM.
No.
Yikes.
Well, somewhere.
I mean, I could do that, but then I'd have to pause to take the kids to school. But no, 6 p.m. or so. You know, like an hour. Get our feet wet and get going. See what's up.
All right.
Thought you were done diving. Get your feet wet.
Yeah. If there's water in the cab, you're in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, condensation happens.
Yeah, that's true.
That's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Sam. I've been Nolvath, your unfriendly neighborhood unwelcoming committee for the end. You can follow me on the interwebs at RedPandroid on most of the socials, and back here on Mondays doing weird stuff in space. If you like non-human romance situations, you might want to know that I have a very good friend, Wink, who wrote 2 books, not just one, 2 monster romance novels. 2 books.
Two
Bucks.
This one's apparently a little dark. I didn't think so, but one of the readers said so. So if you like that sort of thing, check this one out first. They're shadow demons. They romance humans and vice versa. This one, the first one, Shadow's Light, got a brand new cover for the ebook edition. So
Oh, cool.
go check it out. It looks a lot more like this one. You can see what the characters look like and see if you're attracted to them. If you're over 18 and you like spicy books, check these out.
Did Sylvie do the covers as well?
Yes, they
That's
actually
awesome.
drew the artwork also.
looks so
Oh,
good.
Amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
What about you?
Amazing.
Oh, me?
Yeah, what are you up to? Where can we
Me?
find you?
I'm definitely not writing monster romance on the internet. I'm just here on Mondays.
Just a quick question. Are the books like in a series? Should you
Yeah.
start with one and then go to the other? Or...
You can read the second one as a standalone, but they are related. This is a sequel.
Okay.
But the main characters are different.
Okay.
And definitely not for kids.
Definitely not for kids. Nope.
Oh my gosh, me. Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm Kai. I have been not at all dramatic all evening as Road. You can find me on Wednesday with the premiere actual session, because we did our zero session as well over on No Quest for the Wicked, which is a podcast. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts, in the Loom of Severed Strands, which is a Tales of the Valiant game being played with the Kobold Creates program, showing off the new Tales of the Valiant system. It's a good time. I have a really fun time playing a little druid who was raised by wolves. He's great. And then on Sunday, the 15th, you can find me over on Taino Tales with the premiere of the Doomsayers, which is a City of Mist game, where I will be playing Merrick, the demigod of finding the little pieces of fate that people just cast aside and maybe eating them. Don't worry about it. It's a normal time. It's going to be a fun time. It's a murder mystery about a dead god in a city of gods, and we're a bunch of demigods being really normal about it. Yep.
Love it.
Awesome. And I'm Kimmy. I am just prepping kindergarten lessons right now. Like, that's all I do outside of eating, sleeping, and being here. If you find me on the internet, I'm probably not on the internet right now very much, barely, but I'll get a notification if you at me. I'm at Happy Jacks RPG. I'm at Golden Lasso Games. I'm at Golden Lasso Girl, and all of those things. Decima is going to be back in stock. So technically it's at the warehouse, but it's going to be here in like a day or two. So by the time you actually see this and make an order, it will probably be back on the website. And it will also hopefully be at your local friendly gaming store. They can order it now and have it in stock through Asmodee and just about any of their normal distributors. They can also get it through Indie Press Revolution or make orders directly through my website for retail.
Will there be any copies here at the house? Asking for a friend.
Soon as the delivery gets
okay.
here. Yes. So there will be copies at the house.
Okay.
You can't come to my house.
No.
You should go to your phone
Yeah,
gaming store.
Yes.
Go to goldenlassagames.com and buy your copy. And yeah, working on Starscape in like 2 weeks once we finish settling down in kindergarten land, which is fun and exhausting.
Yeah.
And I sing a lot, and it's really great.
Yay!
So great. And I need to go to sleep. So thank you all for joining us. We will see you back here next week. We're not going to miss another week, hopefully, because we're not having any events, and we won't be sick. It'll be great.
Yeah.
It'd be
I
great.
totally just screwed us over. But see you next week. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, folks.